After the chaos in the Battle of the Blazing Sun, the Drugonauts did not forget their promise to remain in Vallaki for 2 weeks to help the town recover. While the rest of the party began relief efforts, Droog found himself in the Vallakovich library. He breathed in air swelling with the scent of old pages, ancient knowledge, and whatever it is that makes everyone love Victor. Droog picked a book filled with classic Barovian poems and folklore and stuffed it in his bag. Usually the books in his bag are kept as emergency spell ammunition, but he can make exceptions.
Okay, so the Burgomaster's trial is short. It's more of a lynching by a lot of people.
Lynching.
And he's hung in the town square from his own gallows with one of his plaster donkey heads on his head. And he's dead.
All right. Well, that resolves that.
Wow.
Yep. Victor's...
I still can't help but feel a little bad because, like, as insane and sadistic as he was, he thought he was doing the thing to help everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I do not feel bad because he was insane and sadistic.
There's still tension in the town. Not everyone was so convinced that Vargas was totally evil, but most people, the silent majority, are now the ones who kind of, are appeased, you could say. The elected burgomaster of Vallaki is Erwin Mardukov.
Heck yes.
Predictably.
Droog does a dumb little dance.
Man, I was hoping it was going to be some random town citizen that I had met. Awesome.
No. Erwin, I went through a lot of options and tried to get into the minds of the townsfolk. And Erwin is already kind of a central part of the community, owning, the only place to get a drink in town. So a lot of people would have known him already.
Yeah.
Kind of respected him as a person. There were a couple of other noblemen who tried to lobby for the position. But noblemen in Vallaki tend to keep to themselves, so no one really knew who they were and didn't like them very much if they did.
Plus, they didn't make good wine. So.
Plus, they didn't make good wine. Yeah.
And Droog tried to intimidate them. It didn't work, but he tried.
Not cool, Droog. Not cool.
But yeah, Erwin continues to stay in the inn along with his family. And he and Lucian and a few of the other, pillars of the community and some of the nobles have lots of meetings to try to figure out what to do with the town. They go over Vargas's records. They do this all in the inn itself, in the kind of bar area. And Brunjorn sits in on a lot of those meetings.
He's just sitting there like. Yeah, basically.
That's how he described it.
All sitting, not standing, because I can't stand. It's too short.
8
At
feet
one point,
of...
they pretty early on elect a new captain of the guard. Brunjorn, do you have any input?
A new captain of the guard?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll do it. I mean, wait, hold on.
You can't. We're leaving.
No, I'm kidding. Any input? Let me think. Of the people I met.
Yes, go ahead.
That one guardsman that came to my aid during the battle, he was one of the first to turn to my side. I recommend him.
All right. His name was Oleg Nemirovic.
Perfect.
And I guess he, is the inspired new leader of the town guard.
My advice, don't get any weird possession things. Bad idea.
Yeah, okay. Don't make any deals. You don't know what's going to happen. He accepts the position. There is a little bit of, difficulty in the town guard, especially because a lot of them bar that came with working with Vargas. But with the help of Brunjorn, Oleg does take control of that situation pretty effectively and keeps most of them in line. Some of them are let go, and then some new ones are hired on.
How does
Yeah, I want to present confront Mercy. That's my big thing.
Yeah,
how does Victor handle the death of his dad?
I was about to get into that a little bit.
Oh, yes.
Victor, he, after seeing his dad hanging in the town square, he avoids the area. And he mostly follows Elira and then eventually Enya around for the most part when he can. Because, the two of you are comparatively young to everyone else, and he starts talking with you about magic and such.
I am only 6 years old.
Yes. No, hold on. Victor, by the way, inherits his father's house and a bunch of his
Party
stuff.
house.
Lydia, his wife, goes to stay with her brother Lucian, and Lucian starts kind of like trying to take care of her and undo some of the effects of the Baron's,
I was definitely worried about that.
relationship with her. But Victor doesn't want the house. He's got too many bad memories associated with it, so he kind of wants to know what you guys want to do with it.
I'll
Can we
keep it
use
under
it to
my
turn
name.
it into? Can we turn it into a community center?
You
Ooh.
could. It's already kind of got a library on the second floor.
Party
Yeah, I
house.
was thinking we could turn it
Party
into like a
house.
little community center. Maybe like revamp it a little bit, make
Yeah,
it more
Mhm.
like friendly to people so they wouldn't have to fear it. Because obviously the next burgomaster isn't going to take it.
Yeah,
I
you
got
guys
it.
can absolutely do that.
Yeah.
Let's put it up for auction. I think.
I don't think anyone in Vallaki has the money to buy it.
we could start to bid at like $1. It doesn't have to be expensive.
I think we should turn it into a community center.
There are
I second that.
ramifications. There are ramifications.
Bring good to the
Community center.
There are
All right, it looks like
ramifications to
everyone's voting for community center, and
All right.
Brunjorn is unfortunately outvoted.
Just
They gotta have like a foosball table.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
guys do that. You
definitely.
invent the game of foosball and ping pong.
Yeah,
So good
air
job.
hockey too. While we're at
and
Air
it.
yeah,
hockey.
and air hockey.
There's like
Maybe darts.
there's like a dude just blowing into a tube
Yeah.
to play like so
Oh, really
air
hard
hockey.
here.
Or some dude like playing with the bagpipes, keeping the, anyways.
Halfway through the game, they're like, "Oh, stands out."
and the library, after you guys comb through it and kind of like take out some of the less tasteful books, is available for.
Yeah.
Are we banning books?
Yeah, I'm not banning any books. I'm not
Some of the
putting-
books like how to crush and subjugate your enemies and stuff like that.
Oh, the dude inside his house. What had happened, dude? Did we get him out?
Udo Lukovic, yeah, he is let go and reunited with his wife. He's very grateful to the both of you, and they go back to making shoes for a living. Isaac found out that the blacksmith did actually die in the battle.
Oh.
Fortunately, his apprentice Sophia Vernescu took over. She's a muscular woman in her 30s, moderately tall, moderately attractive, and she really likes to take time with the pieces that she works on compared to the other dude. She didn't really like how he supplied the town guard under Vargas with equipment, but now she kind of gets to do her own thing, so she's totally willing to supply your town guard with equipment like before.
The blacksmith did fucking die.
He did die, yeah.
That's not funny.
Pretty funny.
My question is, can we get deals on shoes now that we've rescued Udo?
So you're gonna let him go and then take advantage of him in Barovia?
So do I? You know what I'm talking, right? Yeah, like
Maybe.
He might offer you a slight discount.
I'm not.
I
Gonna
mean, he never really knew you guys because the only time you saw him was Elira as a spider.
Did you guys make sure to
So.
get winter clothing?
Everyone did, and Enya did as well.
Okay, good.
Oh,
You also-
guys, I found the best winter clothing. Okay.
Yes.
So
I doubt it.
I reach into my bag and I pull out a hat a scarf, a coat, and matching gloves. It all matches. The
Is
hat.
it combative?
Hold on. The hat has a bobble and jingle
No.
bells. The scarf also
I
has
don't care.
bobbles and jingle bells. And so do the gloves. And the coat has a little jingle bell trim.
Aren't you a rogue? You're
That
trying
sounds-
to
Yeah, I
be
was about to say
stealthy.
it's
You
very
have
Combat
kind of
jingle
productive for a
bells.
rogue.
I don it all and then prance around all of you,
Oh my goodness.
jingling my little bells.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We
Can I
should
Sithruun has a
crush
matching
every-
set.
You seem very confident with yourself. We should probably send you in a dark cave somewhere to clear it out on your own.
Gotcha.
My plan is to cut off all of the jingle bells and bobbles. I just wanted to annoy you
Mhm.
guys.
Okay.
You guys can also potentially tell everyone what you figured out in the time if you want to. I've got some other things. Blinsky, by the way, finished up your knife. He's very shaken after the battle, but seems to be in good spirits, and he's just seems to. Oh my gosh, what a ridiculous cat!
Just crossing her little legs.
But he's decided to double down on his make the children happy
Good.
thing, and he's just
Good for
continuing to
him.
hmm
We can make toys for the rec room.
Yeah.
he
The rec
helps
center.
you guys
Yes.
Center.
He makes. You guys have to first remove a couple of razor blades, but he does make the foosball table.
Yes.
Come on.
he, he installed razor blades on the other side of it to prevent cheaters from grabbing your.
Oh my god.
What? Oh, why would we
Thanks.
take those out? That's perfect.
All right, you guys leave in the razor blades.
No.
I would like
Yeah.
not leave in the razor blades. No.
Okay, you don't leave in the
We
razor
must
blades.
abide by the law.
Yeah.
No.
Yes. Yeah. I've got some other things, but you guys can converse among yourselves for the little bit.
So I have
am-
discovered me and Sithruun both have been feeling very tired over the past week after the
False.
battle. I have been feeling very tired
go.
of the last week after the battle. I talked with the Dusk Elves outside of the city about it, and with Sithruun, and we have all come to the conclusion that I am dying.
He doesn't have long for this world.
Did you use
Say your
WebMD or
goodbyes.
something?
What?
I have at most a couple months left to live because I am too far away from the Feywild, which is my astrophysical realm that I need to be in. And I need to be in there until, well, I need to be able to have access to it until I reach adulthood. I have obviously not reached adulthood, and the non-access is causing me to wither away, and I will die in a few months.
How many years do you reach adulthood?
About 100. She's 20.
So if you is
A 20-year-old elf. That's like a literal child being.
Yeah.
okay.
Well,
Okay,
then
let's-
it makes
let's
sense
start
that I
with this
like
question.
jingle bells.
Exactly. Yes. I think that's very in
How do we
character.
access that realm? And then the next question we have to ask is, how long do you need to be in that realm at a time to stave the effects of
So
death?
I have the Dusk Elves working on a possible solution right now. Could work, could not work. There is, they said it would take a couple weeks, but they don't know if it is a viable solution yet, and I don't know what it is, and they won't tell me.
Droog, I grabbed your coat with my grubby little hands, and I just look up at you with like a sad little frog sparkle in my eye. Just go.
Oh man.
That's so
bit of a
sad.
character development.
I was gonna say I've been going to Sunday school, but
Yeah. No, he
Well,
has.
I'm glad you've been going to Sunday school.
Wait, where did you
You're
attend
dying.
Sunday school, though?
I've been talking with Lucian.
I mean,
Lucian's
where?
been-
Physically, where?
In the inn. Lucian's
Yeah, I
been
can't
coming
go
out
to the
and
church.
That's why I'm asking.
talking.
Lucian comes to the inn and he teaches me. I sit down a little cross-legged and put my hands on my knees and listen to
Elira.
him talk about the Morning Lord.
I'm very
Yeah.
proud of you for finally getting that.
Yeah, and you saw what you can do now. Your new
Yes.
ability. Yeah, nice. It's not like super powerful.
It's not
in case you guys wondered.
He could just, add a D10 to damage for righteousness.
Yeah, whenever he wants to. Just whenever he wants to. add it.
Shield of faith.
That's
Sithruun and
nice.
Elira were doing some stuff. If you guys want to talk about that, Ethan, or if you
Yeah, we went to Lady Walker's house to see if we could
Oh, her daughter.
we wanted to
Fuck.
we wanted to see if Casimir would be able to lift what we thought was the curse from her.
Turns out she's just crazy.
Yeah, well, we brought Casimir to the house, and we met her sons and her maids and stuff, and they let us come in and look and examine the daughter and her husband, who had the what was it called, peaceful repose?
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Placed on him, and Casimir's conclusion for the daughter was that she's not under a curse. She has been the victim of a botched memory spell, I think.
Mhm.
Was it a memory spell or yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
And there's nothing he can do about that. And unfortunately, he cannot help the husband either, and he recommended that they just allow him to pass on and bury him, which they we relayed that to them and will do.
And to clarify,
that,
the husband has been dead this whole time. Definitely dead.
Yes. Yeah. And he also said that a cleric or paladin, I think, of high enough,
some sort of divine caster,
some type of divine caster of high enough power would probably be able to restore Lady Walker's daughter.
They name a specific spell.
He did not. And we said that we talked to the sons on the way out, and we said that we'd with their permission, we would like to return at a later date when we have such casters of sufficient power, and see if we'd be able to remove it from her. And I think he said yes. Both the sons were a little bit incoherent because they basically just grabbed a barrel of wine, had it in the front room, and had been drinking for days.
Yeah.
Those are the
They just had their wine glass and were like dipping it into the barrel and just drinking.
Just like chugging it.
Those are
I offered my condolences and asked if there was anything that within reason that I could do for them, and they asked for more wine. And so I emptied what I could of my many stopper jar of all the wine that was in it.
Did they seem a little?
And then we left.
From their usual attitudes.
They seemed unrecognizable from their usual attitudes.
Reflective, we'll call it. Reflexive.
Yeah, you could look at what I specifically told you if you wanted to get more specific.
Oh yeah, what? Good.
Well, I guess I'm sorry that their mother was a demon worshiper.
Sorry about all that. Sorry about slicing your mother into like 1,000 pieces.
He and his siblings were kept out of their mother's plans. But after her death, they found their father, found her notes, and have absolutely no idea what to do with themselves now. So they just told the staff to keep Stella fed, and just started drinking.
Yeah.
So the father
honestly.
was the dude. The father was the dude who was like comatose, dead,
Yes.
basically.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I would have done the same thing if I had been in that situation.
Yeah, and to refresh you guys, the gentle repose spell, which Enya identified, it keeps a target from decomposing and maintains like a limited bond with the soul, so it can be resurrected easier, but it doesn't do anything else. It just the person is still dead, so he's been dead for 3 years, and Fiona's been sleeping next to him in the same bed that whole time.
That is disgusting.
I hope that is all she's been doing.
We all do, all of us.
Well, I did some things this week too.
Mm-hmm.
I
Let's hear about
found
Droog.
the most lovely swimming pool.
Okay, that's
Where did you find it,
That's
Droog?
right. Oh, just it was the funniest thing. It was right in the center of town. It had some
You mean
water
the town
coming out.
fountain?
Oh yeah, I think that's what it was called.
Yeah.
Nobody came up to you and said anything.
No.
Did you wear a swimsuit?
Why on earth would I do that?
So you were just in the nude in the middle of the town, just swimming?
Well, I wore my pants at least.
Oh, okay.
I always wear my pants when I go swimming.
You know,
Body is
Good
not
thing.
something to hide.
that's wonderful. Yeah. I would probably avoid
I
revisiting.
don't think frogs have penises anyway, so
True, but I don't know, Droog.
I
I don't want to know.
Elira and Sithruun, one day, like the third day after the festival, when you guys are walking through town, doing something or other, you're near-ish the cathedral, probably, still a good ways away. But you guys see a man in nobleman's clothing with a cane and a waistcoat standing in the road looking up at the building, looking thoughtful. He notices the two of you, and Sithruun, with your elf eyes, you can see that he smiles and then he walks away. There aren't many noblemen in Vallaki, but you haven't seen this one before.
Interesting.
Alec.
Yes?
Actually,
Sorry.
keep going with that. I
was going to say, yeah, can we continue with this?
Elira and I will follow him.
Okay. He, walks out of the front gates of the town, which are pretty close by. You guys, the guards there let him out. Obviously.
We'll follow through the gate.
Okay. How long do you want to follow him for?
If we don't catch him,
You
catch
want
up
to
with
catch
him.
up to him specifically?
Yeah, I wanted to see if we could talk to him.
All right. So you would probably be able to catch up with him. If you're trying to specifically catch up with him, he let's see. He notices.
Is he within range that I could hail him?
You could, yes.
All right. I call out non-threateningly.
He
after
continues
him.
walking, and walks behind, like into an alleyway between two buildings.
Well, I thought we left the town.
Oh, sorry. No, I said, since you guys said that you were trying to catch up with him and talk to him, he noticed you doing that. I thought you were just trying to follow him to see where he went. So he noticed you doing that and ducked into an alley. Now you know that he wouldn't have done that, but try not to use that information.
Gotcha. Can I roll an investigation check to see if I recognize him or anything about him?
Mm-hmm. Insight. Yeah. Because you in the way that I see it, investigation, it's kind of if you would be looking nearsighted or farsighted, if you're looking close at things, that's investigation. And so you're trying to get a read. Yeah, if you're trying to get a read on a person from a long ways away, that'd probably be insight. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so she has a modifier
+2.
Oh, awesome.
4.
I'm gonna roll my own insight check just to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
2.
I'm so sorry that we can't use that investigation check.
I walk straight into a wall.
You guys don't really pick up on anything.
Lyra narrowly misses the wall.
Yeah. Do you guys want to follow him into the alleyway?
Yeah, I'll follow him around I don't know, 3 corners.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, you turn the first alleyway and you don't see him anymore.
Can I roll an investigation?
Yeah, to try to see if you can find tracks or anything. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, another 18.
Another 18. Yeah. Let me check some stuff. You don't actually find anything, believe it or not.
Oh. Well, I guess that's that.
Yeah.
I'll tell the rest of the group that we saw a guy who smiled at us.
Mm-hmm.
Who smiled at you?
He seemed to recognize us, and then as soon as we tried to hail him, he turned around a corner and seemed to disappear. I saw no sign of him afterward.
Alec, can I sort of, what's it called? Retcon the fact, you know how I got my Morningstar customized a little bit?
Yes.
Can I add silvering for, it says it should cost around 100 gold pieces to do that.
Oh, yes, I also mentioned that, or should have mentioned that Victor inherited 823 gold pieces,
Oh, nice.
76
Which
silver,
do we each add?
I had no idea you could.
Is he-
53 copper
You're gonna
pieces
take his
from his
money.
father.
He's gonna take his gold.
I mean, it's his money at this point, so you could ask
Yeah.
him for it, but it's his.
I had no
Hey.
idea
You
you
could,
could have
mug him in the back
weapons
alley.
silver.
I got
but
something for you.
It would be a priority for me if I knew, because I am a cleric.
You'd want to get it silvered.
Yeah.
See how
evil.
long that would take. I think you could probably get it done within the week.
well,
if you wanted to pay another 100.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's supposed to go on my customized Morningstar that I asked for, so I'll say
Yeah,
it's sort of
absolutely.
like, okay,
Oh.
cool. Sweet.
Before, like during the trial, or like before the old burgomaster died,
Mm-hmm.
I want to tilt my mirror towards him. My mirror that can see.
You want to tilt your mirror towards the burgomaster?
Yeah.
Yep, you see him in the mirror.
Hmm. Is that German?
You guys, I mean, you're having this conversation in front of Victor, right? Victor's
yeah,
around, probably.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I was wondering if Victor still plans to come with us.
He absolutely does. Yeah, he wants to get out of town.
There is nothing left for him here.
Yeah, fair.
And I've just added all that stuff to his inventory, all that gold.
Oh, that's cool.
But yes. So you're having the conversation about the nobleman in front of him, is what I was asking. Is he there for that?
Yes.
Yes, he's there for that. I'll ask him if he. Well, he wouldn't have seen him, so I can just. I'll try to describe him a little bit and see if that rings a bell to Victor.
I mean, there was. Hold on. There's a thing on my camera. Thank you. There's okay, so yeah, he's like, well, there was a nobleman who came in to town occasionally. My father had a couple meetings with him. His name was Vallaki von Holtz. We didn't really know much about him. He didn't stay in town for long ever.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make a note of that name.
He's been asking Droog, by the way, about magic, but upon realizing Droog has no idea what he's doing, he stopped.
No, but Droog like totally pretends like he knows all this stuff, and this one is the fire spell. It does the big old fiery fire. You know what I'm talking about.
And he's like this.
Wait, Droog has no idea what he's doing?
No, he never has. That's why he's a wild magic sorcerer. That's why he randomly explodes with weird magical effects.
Know that.
A little worrying, I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's normal. Everyone in my family does this.
I have literally a list of like 50 weird ass effects that can happen when you cast a spell. 50 different ones.
How about that?
But yeah, so that's all you're gonna want to do with that.
What was the name of that nobleman again?
Vallaki von Holtz.
Do you know anything about what he did while he was here? What you
Mhm.
and his father, what you and he and your father
didn't
talked
Him and your
about?
father.
include me in meetings. He kept me out.
You never eavesdropped?
Never thought to listen at the
Never said
door?
that.
Did you eavesdrop?
Well,
I don't know much. It just sounded like they were talking about boring town stuff. I don't really pay attention to that.
was there anything you did pay attention to?
I mean, it seemed like Vallaki knew a thing or two about magic, so I paid attention to that.
Okay.
What did he know about magic?
Well, I knew he could cast spells and I tried to listen to the words he would say when he'd cast them. See if I could do the same.
Were there any specific ones that you were able to replicate?
Yeah, just about all of the spells actually. Well, I mean, all of the spells that he said I was able to find, or most of the spells that he said I was able to find in the book. I learned this one, and he summons a mage hand. By the way, Enya's got one of those that can turn invisible. Just in case you
Yes,
forgot.
I do.
The hand
Yep.
can turn invisible?
Mhm. And
I
then he-
have one that turns
and he
invisible.
does prestidigitation. He says, and I learned this one. And then he does light, and says, and then I learned this one.
Those are useful.
Yeah, well, and then I do my mage hand.
Congratulations.
I'm like,
I look over at Droog, conjure my mage hand at a snap of my fingers, and then at another snap, make it disappear and go and tap Droog on the head.
It's made it better. That's all.
Beautiful.
I batted away with my mage hand.
Yeah.
But you can't see it. So it
I
starts
try.
tapping you on your shoulder.
I hide
And then
behind
it
Sithruun.
grabs your... It turns visible again, grabs your mage hand, and makes it do with them more.
Can we
You
roll
guys-
to
you
see
guys
who
having
wins?
this conversation in the.
Who,
Sorry, go ahead.
Can we roll to see who wins?
wins the thumb war, Alec?
Both of you make an Arcana check.
I got a 13.
I got a 19.
Yeah, she schools you.
Curse you, jingle rogue!
Oh, at this point in time, I would also like to cut off
The jingle.
my jingle bells, and I have a question.
Mhm.
Not
You can-
hold on.
I was gonna say you can add those to your inventory if that was your
I
question.
will add them to my inventory.
Just be aware that they will still jingle.
What a good boy.
Ching, 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 ching.
Hey, you can offer those instead of ball bearings if you want to get rid of them.
Me sneaking up to someone. All right, I will take them and I will put them in my bag,
hmm
and I will wrap them very carefully in other
Good boy.
stuff I have in there, so
Yeah,
it will
you
it will not
guys-
make noise.
You guys see her like wrapping them in various, silencing items, and it seems to pretty effectively muffle the sound actually when she puts it in the bag.
Well, I guess if it makes noise now, it's not my problem because I'm wearing this, and I point at my armor, and it clinking. all over.
It fits pretty well.
Also,
actually.
yeah, it's brand new, so I have to break it in. So I am a little stiff right now.
Yeah,
I
it's
can break it in for you.
No, thank
Will
you.
says.
You can't
also-
break this; it's splint. Look at these pieces. Oh yeah, that's.
It's also, by the way, like refurbished, so it's decent, but there's definitely like replacement parts and old parts of it, and she's done.
So
the
I
best
only get
job
a
she can.
0.7 armor class
No,
increase.
it works normally, but it just in case you're
Yeah,
wondering,
yeah.
it
I
has
painted it
been
as well
used
with
by maybe one or two other people,
That's fine.
adventurers.
I painted over a lot of stuff, like on the chest. I put a a
There's an
sun
odd
with
dark
in yellow.
stain in the crotch.
Okay, all right.
I'm kidding. It's a joke.
Um,
The crotch has been entirely replaced to make way for your colossal.
I gotta say, I'm walking with like a really high strut, kind of obviously really proud of the new gear I have. By the way, in case anyone didn't notice.
Yeah, she actually added like a symbol of the sun embossed into it.
Oh, nice, dude. Now I
That's
gotta add
cool.
some shoulder patches and stuff like that.
All
You
right.
look very
I-
fine in your new armor, Brunyor.
Yes.
Yeah. Speaking
Oh,
of,
I would like to take my
Uh-huh.
invisible mage hand and wrap him on the chest a little bit.
you hear like a ting ting
Sturdy stuff, isn't it?
from nothing. You don't, Isaac. You just hear it. You don't know what happened.
Because my
Ooh,
mage hand
what?
is invisible.
What? Did anyone? Was that?
I didn't hear anything.
Brunyorn and Will, you guys arrive back in your room one night after, having a good old drink in the inn. Danica is mostly doing the stuff now that Erwin is, taking care of business. And she's hired on someone else, a younger girl. her two sons are helping as well. But you guys get back into your room. And Rictavio is sitting there on your bed in a relaxed posture.
Bass music starts.
I give it a little start, and then I say, "So, you listen to reason after all."
Reason. Bring your friends. We must talk.
I'll go fetch him.
Alright.
I forget. Is Rictavio the bard?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I was forgetting.
Open up! Open up! Avio's here! You know, the guy who's trying to kill Strahd. No, I'm just kidding.
My head pops out of the bath.
There's a...
What time is it right now?
Let me roll a d20 and it will be that hour.
Wow.
It's 6
Impossible
o'clock
to be
now. I don't know. It's probably like 9-ish, 10-ish, maybe
I'll
like
gather
11.
everyone and tell them there's a cool spider in my room.
Oh, neat!
You guys all walk
I'm
into
so
the room.
excited.
You do not see a spider, but you see a person, Rictavio, sitting on the bed.
I'm very sorry, Drug. I know you probably wanted to eat the spider.
I did.
There's no spider.
But I do enjoy this new guy.
I look disappointed.
Disappointed. Nice. All right. You guys all sit down, I'm presuming?
No, I would like to remain standing.
I sit right next to him.
JK, I'm
Also-
tired. I'm gonna sit down.
Okay. You guys do that, and
I'm gonna lean
Rictavio takes off his hat, and as he does, his form shifts.
Poison gas. What?
I
No.
stand up.
And it seems like a you know,
A
what's the word?
shapeshift, a chain, like a cover up, a light.
I would not
What's-
like to
What's the
stand
school
up.
of magic? Oh, like an illusion. There you go, an illusion.
I will not
drop-
stand up, but I will sit up straighter and be ready to
Mhm.
get up when I need to.
Okay, an illusion drops from him, and you see, in his place. By the way, that didn't look like the nobleman that you saw, Sithruun and Laura, in case you were wondering. An older man, maybe even in his early 70s, with, you know, a receding hairline and mutton chops coming down the sides of his face.
Or I knew it.
And he's got thick glasses, and he says, "So, how did you find out who I am?"
Are you
Well,
even a bard?
We
No.
thought it was Blinsky, so we scared the shit out of him.
Maybe scared the
Poor-
morning ward from
Poor
us.
man. Why did you? This was unnecessary.
That was not my fault.
I think what gave it away for me, and pardon me if this seems too obvious, but your name, your cover-up name was Rictavio, which is dangerously close.
Do
to
not-
Rickton.
Tell me who I should assume as my name. I am adept at disguise, so it must have been someone who told you who I am. How did you find out?
Esmeralda mentioned you.
Esmeralda, yes, you mentioned her.
She didn't tell us who you were. We all just kind of guessed. You were the best, most viable option, being the fact that you
You could
Are
not
not
have guessed on
frequently-
your own. You suspected nothing for days.
I that is literally, I'm being perfectly honest here. I gave
we
it away
guessed
because
it
they
was
said
you.
they said it was a person. Esmeralda said
You
it was a person named
you
Van
said-
Richten,
That is my name, yes.
and Rictavio
Rudolph
sounds like a
Van
mess
Richten.
up. You know,
You
a
did-
little.
You mentioned Blinsky. I gave him my monkey.
Monkey. So we thought it was him because he had the monkey. He didn't say anything about where he got the monkey from. He said he'd had it forever. But we figured since you are the person who's not you don't
Esmeralda
live
must
here.
have told you about my monkey, yes.
Yes, Esmeralda mentioned the monkey, but we figured since you don't live here as the bard, Rictavio, you travel to and from, we figured you would be the next viable choice for being Van Richten.
Who
sounds-
have you told this?
Nobody.
Who would we have to tell? We don't have a vested interest in ousting you.
Good.
I would have told the cool spider.
Where did you meet Esmeralda?
The Abbey at Kretsk, yeah, that place.
Yeah, that's right. That's where we met her.
I was investigating a different room at the time, so I have no idea.
He was worried about the cleanliness of the rooms.
Okay, listen, it was a big deal. Okay, I mean,
He was
Well,
really
let's-
worried about how
save
dirty
that.
they were.
leave that for later.
Let's
'cause it's a
hear
problem.
what Van
You
Richten has
are
to say.
adventurers. Of course, you would be distracted by such things.
Yes.
Well, why have you
I-
called us here?
Have not. Well, to ask you what I have asked you so far, and to ask you about Esmeralda. I did not know she was here in Barovia, and I have not found her myself, so I was wondering if you were on her trail in any
She is
way.
able to leave?
The last we had heard about her,
She is Vistani. She can leave when she wants.
she said to meet her by a windmill, a tower of some sort.
May I
tower.
ask why you are asking us about her rather than looking into her yourself?
I have. Where do you think I've been for the past few days?
Hmm.
I went to this tower. I found evidence that she was there, but she was not there at that time.
We also did not see her
Are you
there at
on
that
good
time.
terms with her?
Oh,
That is not your concern.
I'm gonna roll insight.
Actually,
Insight.
I'm gonna roll insight because I have a +5.
Okay, yeah, that's probably a better idea.
Hold on.
I got an
Isaac, I'll-
18.
I'll ask you to roll insight, but yeah, you can. Yes. You, Sithruun. It's pretty easy to tell, so you might pick up on this a little bit. But
Okay.
Brunyorn, you know, the relationship is strained, you could say. It doesn't seem like he wishes her ill, but you know,
To tell
More
you
like-
the truth,
family stuff.
one of the next
okay.
places we are planning to head after finishing up our affairs in Barovia or Vallaki was to attempt to meet with her in the tower. I mean, if you
I would
really wanna
advise
see her-
against getting involved with my tower. The tower.
your tower.
The tower.
your
You
tower.
just said your tower. I mean, you can't back out
I
of that
have
now.
occasionally made use of the tower in my time here. It is one of the few places that Strahd cannot see through magic with its anti-magic field.
Well, it seems like we should also make use of this tower.
I would advise against it.
I'm
I
Do
do
tell
not
why.
want you attracting attention to my operation.
What operation?
What do you think?
If you don't want us attracting attention to your operation, then who do you
Can you
want
tell me
attracting attention to your operation? Because whether or not you like it, sooner or later,
I
you're gonna
want you attracting attention to yourself so I can work in the dark.
sooner or later you're going to have to admit that you need help if you want to do what
I
you
have
want.
not
May I
needed
ask-
help since
What
my beginning.
your intention is talking with us? What do you want from us?
Mhm.
I want to know where Esmeralda is, and I want to know that no one else knows of my identity.
We know as much as you do, and we've definitely not
We've
told
told
anyone
you
about it.
everything.
The only
Well,
people we
good.
know of that are concerned about who you are us and Esmeralda.
Good. Has Strahd talked to you at all?
He's invited
you've
us to
been here.
dinner, in fact.
Yes, he does that with adventurers.
He's
I've
a
seen
perp.
few of them come through.
Would you recommend us not go there either?
Of course you should go.
So we shouldn't go to your tower where we're safe from Strahd, but we should go directly to Strahd's home.
Yes, Strahd will be insulted if you do not.
Funny.
You had dinner with Strahd? Have you spoken
No.
with him?
Strahd, in my opinion, is a sexual predator.
Yes. This is
Yeah, you would think that, Enya. I remember what happened.
He is. I'm like 6 years old to him.
Mhm. Yes, I know.
He came
He
out.
takes many brides and makes them subservient to him.
Okay.
He turns them
That's-
into a subservient form of vampire to himself. It is something that all great vampires can do. I have taken out many great vampires. I will take out Strahd as well.
Is it
well,
Do you have anything personal against Strahd, or is it just
No,
vampires in general?
do you really need anything personal against Strahd? Sithruun?
You could call. as you can see, I am nearing the end of my career in monster hunting.
I never would have known.
You could call this my magnum opus.
My last
Either
hurrah.
I
By all
go
means,
out-
let us help you. We'd love to help you for free. We just want.
Yes, you can help me. You can help me by continuing to do whatever it is you choose to do while I focus on killing Strahd myself.
Well,
and
what
die
if we
in the
want to?
process.
What if we want to focus on
I
killing Strahd?
hold on.
Of course,
I do have
by all means. Mhm.
something to say. I really want to kick Strahd's ass. So you're gonna
If you
have
could-
to kind of let me do that when it gets to that point. So you know, so you're
Once-
tracking. We're all
Here
good on
is the situation. You are the distraction. I am the killer.
All right.
If
All right.
How many great vampires have you killed?
really
You know
insi-
something?
Well, no, silence. If you really insist that you want the killing blow, the only way to truly kill a vampire, if you get so lucky, is once you take out their physical body, you must go to their tomb, the one place they must always return, and stab them through the heart with a stake. Otherwise, they will
Does the
return.
steak have to be of any particular wood?
No, it has to be covered in garlic.
No,
Actually,
it's just a steak.
listen. I'm gonna be honest.
if you so desire, you can have that job.
I'm not sure how I feel about your overconfident attitude. You really think you can take on Strahd on your own? Well, you can try that, but we're going to also be doing that, whether or not we're allied with you, because
Of
that is
course.
also our goal.
By all means, take on Strahd.
And we are probably going to be heading to speak with Esmeralda soon. And once again, I am inviting you to come along if you want to speak with her yourself.
I will find her
Ah,
on my
she
own.
was cool.
If she does not want to be found, she will not be found. She does not want to be found right now, therefore she will not be found.
She told
When
us to
she-
find her.
Yeah, she kind of asked us.
She is fickle. She tells lots of people lots of things. Like,
Do you know you actually have a point
Like
there?
what? Like what?
I will not sit here and be interrogated.
No, you have a point. I haven't even.
Let me
spoken
tell
to
you
Elmo.
the great weakness of all powerful supernatural beings. It is their hubris
I listen
and their
intently.
confidence that they are the biggest monster in the world. I once
did you-
fought another great vampire who, in his hubris, had taken a town hostage since he knew that I was after him. One of the things that can kill a vampire and send them back to their tomb is running water. He, as long as I was near, was killing one civilian every hour until I left to try to deter me. This did not deter me. This village lay downstream from a dam, which held back a mighty river.
No.
Let
The
him
most
finish.
effective way to kill the vampire and save all of those that he would kill over the course of his infinite life was to sacrifice those in the town. His hubris was his downfall.
So you really
I
just
will do.
drowned him.
I did more than drown him. I will
Well,
do
that's
the
the
same to
original.
Strahd. I am the bigger monster.
So you
Oh.
drown your target.
Well,
seems
so you
obvious.
call yourself a monster then?
Well, to him, yes.
Interesting.
You drown your vampires. That's your method.
Running water is
fascinating.
a well-known vampire killer.
Is there some
You
sort
get
of
them into a
aqueduct?
river, you get them under a bucket of water even. It will not.
And
It will damage them
Someone
severely, but not
write
kill them
this
outright.
down.
what are you? Which specific body of water are you aiming at this time with our?
That I do not think that is such an option this time because Strahd has control of the land and could simply divert the water away from him. I will
Next
have to
best
think of
option
something
then?
else. I have been here for 2.5 years now, studying his
Ew.
moves.
Is Strahd aware of your existence and your
I
quest?
don't know. Is he? I suspect that he probably is. He is very aware of what happens in his realm.
Have you had dinner with him?
No, of course
Okay.
not. I'm not such a stupid person to do
Did
such a
he
thing.
actually? Wait, hold on. Did he invite you to dinner?
Strahd and I have not talked.
He's
Does
jealous.
he know of your existence?
I do not know, but I suspect he does.
You
Has
came here
he
of your own
asked
volition?
you about me?
Nope.
Because
He's never mentioned you.
Make a history check, by the way.
I don't think he ever
Isaac
came
and
out.
or Enya and Brunjorn.
I was about to say I think I actually remember this.
Mm-hmm.
I got
Got
an
a
8,
7.
but I remember anyway.
Yeah, so I was gonna give you a hint if you rolled well on history, but if you just remember, then you just remember.
Enya and I were traveling alone from the Wizard of Wines, and he came to us at that point. And I pulled down my glove and I show him the thing. He gave me a little
He is marked
welcoming gift, as well as inviting us to his castle. But I think he
Hitting
did
on
mention.
me.
Of course.
Yeah, he successfully hit it on Enya, whatever she wants to tell you.
Okay, listen. I was charmed by him by a spell.
If I recollect correctly, he did believe that we were attempting to work with someone of your what's it called? Description.
Caliber?
Order.
Description.
Type?
Description. I said it already.
Description. So he is probably aware of my presence. I will have to be more careful.
I
Yeah,
just want you guys to all know that it wasn't me that was charmed by Strahd. He put a
Of course.
spell.
I believe you. No, he does the same thing to many young
Okay.
women. Charms them and turns them into his vampire spawn.
I'm
Okay.
extremely curious for this because I know that refusing to attend his house when invited is very dangerous. So I thought that you must not have been invited at all if you didn't go to his house.
I have not been invited. He and I have not spoken. And I wish it to remain that way until I have my sword through his chest.
I'd like to say.
Are you warm? No.
I'd like to say that once you figure out the method of which you want to choose to take Strahd out, and you're confident in it, then please contact us because we will be your sword hands. We will be your foot soldiers if you wish.
I will contact you if my plan requires it. But I can give no promises.
If it takes you too long, you never know. We might just get to it.
Hey, if you kill the vampire for me, then my job is done and I can retire peacefully.
Someone's not paying you to do this, are they?
Someone's what?
Someone isn't paying you to do this, are they?
No, I never. Well, I have not recently worked for pay.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I work for principles.
Interesting.
Well,
I have to say, I was a little skeptical at the beginning of our conversation, but now that I think about it, I haven't even spoken with Esmeralda myself. I'm just taking the word of my party, and she hasn't so far, kept her word. So I'm not sure how much I even should trust her over you.
She is Vistani. They are prone to such things.
Racist.
that is a little racist.
Please, you can see for yourself. Look at them. Have you ever talked to a Vistani and deemed him entirely or her entirely trustworthy?
I haven't spoken to a
think
human
I've-
and deemed them entirely trustworthy.
Let me assure you, the Vistani are not human, as you understand.
I haven't spoken to a single entity
Yes, okay,
that I
right.
deem entirely
Anyway.
trustworthy.
Except
Anyway.
me, right?
Besides
Yeah, except Drug.
Esmeralda is special to me, and while
Even
she
then.
does come from such a people, I would not wish to see her harmed.
Are there any other bits of valuable information you want to tell us, or is that all?
Like I said, kill a vampire, go to their tomb, stake through the heart.
Write that down! Write that down!
Running water will harm them. Sunlight will harm them. As you can see, Strahd has taken care of that in his realm.
Say, you don't suppose that, well, if we all took our wine goblets at dinner when we were at his house, all of us, that's a lot of wine, right? If we poured it on his head and made his head so
Is wine water?
Yeah, that's not water.
Are you
it's still a liquid that you can
listening
drown
to
in.
me?
Perhaps we bring a barrel of water.
We have the many stopper
you-
jar.
truly thinking that Strahd would allow you to do such a thing to him,
No.
then why attempt?
Yeah.
It would only anger him.
Attempt.
We're gonna waterboard Strahd at the end of this campaign.
I jest. Unless I
am finished with this conversation. He puts his hat back on, and Rictavio appears before you again. He says, well, I might see you around town, or I might not.
I like you better as this guy.
And I like you better as this guy.
Oh, well, it's a good thing we're finished here, because I was just about getting tired of you anyway.
I will take my leave, and you can all
thank you for the information.
Yes, of course.
And
if you
for
have
revealing yourself to us.
A discreet way of approaching me and requesting more information, I might have it for you.
Right.
What would you suggest as a discreet way?
If you have to ask the question, then
P.O. Box
I don't know if I want you
7703.
trying.
Child.
Yeah.
Please.
I understand.
She's a child.
And
If
he
we need
walks
to
out the
contact
door.
you,
Well
you'll
met.
find a discreet
May the
way.
sun light your path.
Casually
Unlike
approach
yours,
child.
Okay,
Like a
guys.
ball bearing.
Wait, hold on. I wanted to hear
He
what did you
takes
say,
your
Alec,
ball
as he was walking out?
He said, and may the sun light yours, cleric.
Thank you.
Okay,
I
he's
didn't say
gone.
He took my ball bearing.
He did.
Okay, guys, I have an idea. You ready for this?
Okay.
Strahd can make us all vampires.
No.
All right, time for bed. Let's go.
What? What? We all dress up as ladies. It could work.
I don't think I would make a very convincing lady, as great as your plan is.
I don't think I would make a very convincing lady.
That's Strahd right there, going up on Enya.
Casually approach Chad.
Should have posted the vampire from fucking on his face.
Yeah, I like giving you guys little tidbits of information. It's very satisfying.
You're good.
What do you think
Did
about
someone actually write that down? Because I didn't.
I wrote all that down.
Good.
Yeah.
Stabbing a vampire in the heart kills it. Wow, that's crazy.
It's actually
Well, you have to
no.
destroy the body and then return to its tomb,
The
where
grave
it will
and
have
then
been
stab it
returned
in the
to,
heart.
Destroy
Yeah.
it.
and stab
burn.
that in the heart.
That then takes us to the end of the 2 weeks. Picking up the pieces in Vallaki. A couple of interesting little tidbits of information. A much wealthier follower.
Yes.
Money.
Do the Dusk Elves have anything to say to me?
You check in with them, and you don't actually find Casimir there.
Okay.
You talk to the elves, and they say that he's currently looking into what he said he was looking into.
All right, I suppose we should head off to the Paladins headquarters.
And yeah, do you need to establish a method of communication with these
I do need to
elves?
establish a method of communication with the elves.
Probably do that because you're literally dying.
Let's see here.
Yes.
You know what? They would totally have
wait,
this.
Hold on. No, just use Bartok to pigeon mail.
Yeah.
Like seriously,
No, that's a whole series on. It's literally will. I just realized. It's. Oh my gosh! How did I not make that connection? It's literally just a crusader with a shotgun beating his child. But yeah, sorry, Michaela, Enya, the elves.
Can I? Yes.
They would totally have one of these. They give you a sending stone.
Oh, perfect.
And they have the other one. Each day, you can send one message that has up to 25 words. So it's a little limited, but you can communicate over any distance.
Still feel like pigeon mailing it.
You can add that to your inventory to keep in communication with them. But you guys gear up in the morning and prepare to leave Vallaki for a
I'm
time.
So ready to get into some combat right now.
You're like putting your backpack and stuff in there. And
how have people reacted to my my symbol of the sun that I wear on my chest?
It seems like the people in Vallaki specifically.
Yeah.
It seems like honestly, no one's really sure what to do with you, and the fact that you wear the symbol of the sun makes them think that you're like Brunjorn's servant of
Polite.
Okay.
But like you wouldn't necessarily pick up on it immediately. The rest of you would though.
Well, after 2 weeks,
I'm
would I know?
totally.
Make an insight check with advantage because it would be over the course of a while. But you got a 14.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. As we step out of the gates of Vallaki, I take the sun off my chest and I stare at it for a while, and then I throw it to the ground.
Oh!
And I keep
That's
walking.
an item of reverence. That's an item of reverence, Droog.
And
You gotta go
I
fetch
thought you hated the black sun.
Well, the way it's been turned, by the townspeople, it's a respected, sigil now. So you gotta, treat it with reverence. Here, let me burn it for you.
I look at you and I just sort of shrug.
Okay.
Now, servant, you gotta go fetch me that sun now.
Okay.
I keep
So
walking.
Would you do it for a gold piece?
How much gold do I have? No. I am not your servant. If anything, you should be my servant.
I'm never gonna forgive you for that, Drew.
You can pick it up yourself if you want.
You
Wait.
dropped it. I didn't drop it.
I can't remember how to add. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm dumb. Okay,
You
we're
said
good.
you wanted to burn it. You can burn it.
Next time I gotta use cure wounds. I don't know.
You guys
how to prioritize
can
that.
pick up your map and kind of tell me the route you take to get there as well if you want.
Right, the map that I have that I am keeping in my possession at all times. That map.
Wait, where?
I cast Firebolt.
Where are we going? Did we decide something?
Huh?
I want to cast Firebolt and I want to cast it on the sun to burn it.
You do that.
Thank you, Drew. And
Sorry, what?
Totally your servant.
What, Ethan?
Not your servant.
Did we pick a location that we're heading to? Is it the tower?
I heard the Argynvostholt, which is the Paladin Place. You guys.
Okay,
call
cool.
it.
So we are going for
What's
that.
it called?
All right.
Argynvostholt?
Argynvostholt. Yeah, you were told by the Paladin that you met on the road.
Yeah.
Is that
you got the map?
on the map?
It is. But I need
he
the map.
did also draw a little thing that kind of showed you how to get there.
Yeah, I'm not.
We know how to get there because I remember the thing he drew. I got it from him.
So yeah, just to tell me what you do, because travel is a part of this.
Direction-wise,
Yeah.
okay. I'm gonna sniff the air and then okay.
Okay.
I'm
I
gonna
need to go
walk
find-
in front of Brunjorn.
Okay. You do
I'm
that.
going to just outstride you instantaneously because I'm 2 times your height.
I start jogging in front of Brunjorn.
Still casually walking.
Yeah. You can't catch up.
Which compass direction are we going?
We should be heading west.
All right.
Mhm.
West
Yeah, you guys.
to Vargvistholt.
Argynvostholt, yeah. And you guys would leave fairly early in the morning, I'd imagine.
Yeah. Crack of dawn.
Yeah.
After, obviously, bidding a fond farewell to Erwin and his family.
And yes, still yawning and rubbing her eyes.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, so the Paladin Order should be that little. Wait, is it?
You guys
It's
can
that
also
little-
make marks on the map if you want to.
That little V-shaped abbey that's running along the river to the south-ish, westish of Vallaki.
The South? You mean?
I said
Southwest.
Oh, is that what it said? Oh, it's south. Yeah, I think it's either that or that little pantheon, or little temple at the top.
I
of the hill.
don't think it's the Pantheon.
No, I am pretty certain it's that little
0
abbey.
miles, a really long hike. I just noticed that.
It's good. Okay, so which direction do you guys head based on your map?
west by a minor southwest, and then we're gonna first cross that bridge, and then we're just gonna go southwest.
Yeah.
So we're going from
Along
Vallaki
the
to
river.
cross the bridge to the west. And then
Okay.
we're going
Along-
to-
We're gonna go along
Wait.
the river.
All right,
along
the
the river.
cross You're going along the river.
Let me say it absolutely just one more time, so we got it clear. We're going west.
Draw
of
it on the map.
Hold on. We're going west of Vallaki, crossing the bridge at the river, and then going southwest directly to the Abbey, southwest of that bridge.
Yeah,
okay,
we're
so
like
you're
immediately turning
at that
left.
crossroads. You're turning left.
I'm drawing on this map.
Yep.
By the way, was there a sign? I'm going to ask. Is there a signpost that says it's Argynvostholt?
I can tell you what the signpost says as soon as I pull out my book, because you guys remember fixed it.
Ooh, random encounter, dude. Do we have to fight people? That would be so cool if we had to fight.
I'll tell you exactly what happens. Just leave it to me. Okay, yeah. So you come to the signpost right on the other side of the bridge, and to the southwest is Kretsk and Solenka Pass, Lake Baratok to the northwest, Vallaki and Ravenloft to the northeast, and Berez to the southeast, which is the direction you guys want to head.
Southeast? We should be going southwest.
I know what I said. In that direction. Remember, this map is not 100% accurate. It's probably like 50% accurate.
Okay.
You guys want to head along that path, right?
Yeah, if it takes us to the right place. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you guys start walking along that path, and let me look up some stuff. The trail hugs the river for a while. Good long mile. But fairly soon, the road kind of stops being so well maintained. And that's at about the point where you guys see it transform from a dashed line into that weird dotted line. It starts kind of turning into a marsh with spongy earth pockmarked with stains of tall reeds and pools of
Jenny
stagnant
around?
water.
This is lovely.
I mean, make a perception check if you're looking.
I want to.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 15.
You could have sworn you saw something behind you for a moment, but it wasn't actually.
Enya, was that Jenny? Jenny!
Jenny!
As you guys continue walking along that path, a thick shroud of fog covers all. Let's see. So, you guys walk along the river. How long do you guys want to walk along the river for?
Until we see a castle.
All right.
We reach what we want to reach.
You guys walk along the river for about 2.5 hours. And then everyone make a perception check for me. And I can roll for Enya. Or Elira, sorry.
12.
Perception. 4. I've been twiddling my...
I got a 5.
I got a 10.
Well, it's a really good thing that Elira rolled too, because she got a 21. Elira's like, guys, she points up. And you guys all look up, kind of as you're passing out of the little forested area. There's the Barovia is a fairly mountainous region. You're kind of in this valley between two large mountains to the very far north and the very far south. And just on the edge of a promontory of one of these one of the smaller kind of step mountains of the big mountain, you guys see a large castle looking place.
Oh, what are you doing,
the
Step
road
Mountain?
does not seem to lead to.
I clasp my hands. Who's ready for a hike? I'm climbing.
I'm climbing first, and I run in front of him.
I simply walk up the mountain.
I
simply walk
you're
up
there.
the mountain.
I use my hops.
So climbing that section, if you guys are gonna try to climb it, I'm going to engage a skill challenge because it is fairly steep and would require some kind of rock climbing abilities.
I am very well versed in acrobatics, so I think I should be fine.
Yeah, it's going to take you, at the very least, an hour to climb up that whole face. And like a fall would be, enough to kill you if you fell all the way to the ground. So you tell me what your guys' strategy is for climbing this thing.
Okay.
I have
an
guys.
idea.
Okay.
Oh, well.
Actually, I do have an idea.
Okay, my idea first. Ooh, Lyra.
And then mine.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, Lyra can levitate. And she goes up with a rope. And she
I have rope.
Ties it to the top. And then we use that.
So to clarify, like, this is a massive mountain face
she can only
that would
go
take you an hour to climb. So
I was going to say
10 minutes of levitation is probably not enough.
Right.
Yes.
I was going to say that I have rope. We could all tie ourselves together so that if one falls, we can all catch them.
Enya, you also have something called a piton or a python or whatever.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
Yeah, it's used for rock climbing specifically. You hammer it into the wall and tie the rope to it.
A python.
Genuine idea. This is the kind of stuff I used to do all day, every day back in my clan days. So I should be pretty good at this. I could climb to the top and take your ropes with me, tie them together, and loose them down to you when I reach a safe place.
You have 8 of them, by the way. Okay, so how many ropes do you have? Let me figure out exactly.
I'll ask before we go any farther. Is this the way we have to go? Is there another?
We could backtrack,
route?
and if you look at the map.
My original idea was to find the least steep spot, but is there one? Is the question. Is it just on a platform entire? Like, how would they get down?
Why don't we just walk around? I feel for your guys' safety. I could do it, but
Listen, I am acrobatic.
Yeah, well,
we should send someone. We should send someone right now to walk around the whole thing.
What?
Might as well all do it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was just saying because I'm thinking that
it'll take a while.
Yeah, I guess, but we'll just fast forward time, be sitting here waiting, relax.
Everybody in favor of walking around and looking for a better, an easier way up.
Okay, it is 1,000 feet to the top.
All right,
I have finally found actual information,
and we have 8 lengths of 50-foot rope, right?
Not enough.
Aiden,
we should just backtrack.
Yeah, I think he's voting for us.
Do you guys want to backtrack? That's the vote.
Actually, I'm gonna wait. Hold on. Let's not backtrack. Let's just start. Let's examine. Hey, I'm gonna investigate the area or look in the area and see. Sort of take a few steps back from where we are now. Look at sort of the landscape and how it shifts, and see if we should go forward and go around or go backward and go around.
If you look at the map, right?
What do you mean? Look at the landscape and see if it shifts.
I don't know how it. I mean, right? If we backtrack along the river, back to the bridge, and instead of going,
that little ladder
along the path,
okay,
that's marked the road that goes to the abbey.
Okay, so backtracking. Brunhorn's still they're like, no, guys, hold on. Hold on. And just looking around, and everyone's like, guys, we're leaving.
I want to keep an eye out for a swamp nearby.
You are in a swamp.
I look around, guys.
The ground is marshy, and there are standing pools of water around, and it's a little warmer here than it was before.
There are clouds of midges.
I take my coat off and fold it nicely, and then place it nicely in the mud, and then I roll around in the mud.
Yep, that happens. Oh, that also reminds me. I was doing some thinking, and just so we don't get to be abusing this, but I think it's a good idea. We're gonna say that you can use Droog's poison once per short rest, once per Droog short resting. Yeah.
All right.
That was a stroke of genius, but also if you just get to for free add 2d4 to every arrow you fire, that's probably too much.
And I came up with that on the fucking fly.
It was great. Honestly, I was very impressed. But yeah, so you guys begin to walk back along the river, right?
Yes.
All right.
I am picking my way very carefully.
Fun.
Yeah.
I am waiting without seeming to look.
He's thinking about peat moss.
What's your marching order?
Deep in peat moss.
I'm walking in front of Brunyorn.
Okay.
You're not.
I'm in the
I
lead.
would say Sithruun is first.
No, I'm in the first. I'm saying I'm in the
both
first
want to be
only for one reason, and that's because I'm tallest, which means our legs are longer.
Everyone
Sithruun-
can't be in front.
Okay, Brunyorn can
I'm
be in
not.
first.
I have a physical reason.
Alright, but
for
I'm
being in
like,
first.
I'm next to Brunyorn, and I'm gonna make sure I'm the same pace.
I'll
as
just
him.
carry you.
I'll bring up the rear.
Alright.
I'll be in the middle somewhere then.
So Brunyorn is carrying me.
Yeah.
Victor is with you guys, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Victor is by me in the middling area.
He's kind of pretty excited right now to leave, but apprehensive upon discovering you guys have no idea where you're going.
Did you like the swamp though, Victor? Huh? Carry on, Brunyorn. Carry on. Keep walking.
We told you what you were signing up for.
Yeah.
I don't think you did, actually.
Okay, we didn't tell you what you were signing up for, but I mean, maybe you just should have known. I mean, we're not exactly. We've never been here before, you know.
I feel like it was something that should have been assumed.
Wait, so what was the marching order again for me? Sorry.
Brunyorn is carrying me.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Wait, carrying you?
Yep.
I'm first.
Brunyorn, make a Constitution
I'm
saving
wearing
throw.
a coat.
In his barrel. No, I'm in. He shouldn't. He's
I'm
in
wearing
the
a
barrel.
coat.
Make a dexterity check to not touch his poisonous
no,
skin.
he says I'm in the
He's
barrel.
in the barrel.
Oh, in the barrel. Okay,
Yes,
then you're fine. Then
My coat is soaking wet.
yeah.
I think the barrel
We
is full
have
Who's in the middle?
Then Will.
who's bringing up the rear?
Sithruun's in the rear.
Sithruun's in the rear.
Okay, so then
Okay.
me and Victor are next.
Yeah, and then
We are discussing magic.
yeah, you are. It's going.
Well,
Is Victor having a bit of a reality shock?
Yes. Oh yeah. No, definitely.
I'm trying to keep him in tow or keep him in line and not panicking
good
by
spirits.
talking about magic with him.
Let me know if he starts acting up again. I'll come back there
And
to stop him silly.
I'm talking about my experience in the Fey world as well.
Will make a perception check. And Sithruun, both of you.
Uh-oh.
King.
18 or 21.
Oh wow. Will.
8.
Okay.
I got you, buddy.
Yeah, Sithruun, you're keeping a really good watch in the rear, like looking around everywhere. And it's as you guys are passing near a slightly deeper pool of water that you see a snake begin kind of slithering through the water towards your party, specifically towards you.
Kill.
How big is it? Is it like anaconda sized or like rattlesnake sized? Water
It's
moccasin.
like python sized, maybe a bit bigger.
That's not too bad. That's like middling.
What are you gonna do? You don't have much time.
I'm gonna say we got a snake coming up.
I cast
behind.
guiding bolt on it as soon as I see it.
You cast
How about
guiding
you
bolt.
don't?
Whoa.
How about you don't do that?
That's not.
Can I
Yourself?
real fast, quick snatch it by the neck? Is
Yeah,
it within reach?
it's not quite within reach, but it's swiftly approaching. So you've got one chance to do one thing before it gets to you.
All right,
Grab it
I'm
by
gonna
the
try
neck.
and
You could try to snatch it by the neck.
snatch
Okay.
it by the neck.
All right, make a either acrobatics or athletics check.
Animal handling.
What'd you get?
I rolled a natural 1,
So
and I have a modifier of 6.
mhm. Guess what? It rolled a 5 with a modifier of 2. So it actually doesn't beat your check as
Oh,
it tries
thank
to
God.
attack you. You're like, what? And then you manage to grab it by the neck, just barely.
That has
Took
to
you a
be
bit by
one of the
surprise how
poorest
fast it
displays
was.
I've ever seen in my life on both sides.
But yeah,
Well,
it
here, you
starts
can have
it starts to try to constrict around you though as you have it holding. So make an
Well,
athletics check.
I'm assuming it can only like constrict around my arm, right?
Yeah, it's not
yes. So make an athletics check to try to not let it constrict around your arm, unless you want to let it constrict around your arm.
I mean, that would be kind of badass.
Would I recognize this snake for being familiar with swamps?
Yeah, you can make a history check for me when you see it. But all right,
I
got 25.
Yes, hold on.
I got a
Can
9.
Can I cast Mage Hand and grab the snake from him?
Unfortunately, not. Mage Hand can't be used in that way. But we'll deal with Sithruun dealing with the snake. You guys just hear a giant commotion coming from behind you, as you see like Sithruun like splashing around in this pond with something going on. But yeah, he rolled a 10, which doesn't beat your 25. And so you're like holding this thing as it's like trying to wrap around you, but you're like you're actually way stronger than it.
How actually long is it? Like,
it's a good 6-foot snake, actually.
It can wrap around your forearm.
All right.
I got a 9. Do I recognize it?
It's a big snake that you don't like. You've seen a few of your grung friends go down to these.
Oh, careful with that one.
Oh.
That was very entertaining, Sithruun. Thank you. Nice catch, too.
What are you gonna do with it?
I don't know how everyone else feels about this, but snake meat can be cooked pretty well if you know what you're doing. You keep
Yeah, I'm just gonna twist off its head and we can have it for dinner.
All right, add dead snake to your inventory.
Don't let it go for too long, or dry it so that it doesn't go bad.
Snake steak.
Yeah, snake steak. Actually, let's have that for dinner. What time is it?
Let's have it for dinner.
You guys have been traveling for about 3 hours at this point.
Probably
Lunch?
9 a.m.
Anyone want to stop for lunch?
Yeah, you guys.
Probably 9 a.m.
It's 9 a.m.
Oh, okay.
It started out at like 6.
Snake steak for lunch when we get back to the
Perhaps
crossing.
we could stab a vampire with it.
Yeah, dude, that is a great idea. I'm actually going to task you with that job. You can go ahead.
Cure it, sharpen it.
Thank you for trusting me.
You guys get back to the crossroads after about an hour and a half. Doesn't seem like anything else super surprising happens for that time. But yeah, you're back at the crossroads, and you now know that the correct way to go is not the way that you came from. So there's, to the east is Vallaki, across the bridge. To the south is where you just came from. To the north is the path that you came from originally on your way to Vallaki, and then there's one way that you haven't gone yet.
Could have made it
to the west. All right, you start walking along that path. After, let's see, you guys are walking through the forest, and there's some spooky sounds that come out from around once in a while. But you guys, you've traveled through the forest before, and this isn't too abnormal.
Don't punch the skeleton.
Out of the
Don't punch the damn skeleton.
Punch the damn skeleton. After an hour or so of travel, you see a stump off to the side of the road with a hooded figure sitting on it. What do you do?
I hide in
I
my
would like
barrel.
to
Walk past it.
hail the figure.
Enya, maybe we should just mind our own business. It's not like we have to greet everyone we see.
I want, but okay.
I hail the
Well,
figure.
Enya hails the figure.
Yeah, nothing.
Wait, what? Nothing?
Nothing.
It doesn't respond?
Nope.
Sithruun, maybe you should go punch
maybe
him.
you should go up and maybe you should go up there and punch him.
I go up to him.
You do that.
We don't know its gender. And I speak to it again.
Pretty much like entirely covered by a cloak and kind of facing away from you.
All right. I speak to it again. A generic greeting.
It doesn't
Ask it if it knows the way to Argynvostholt.
Do you know the way to Argynvostholt?
It does not respond.
All right. I
Make a perception check for me.
Okay. 7.
Nothing seems off.
I'm gonna
Apart
cast.
from the silence.
I'm gonna use magic awareness.
All right. Let me see what you find here. You detect a slight aura of conjuration magic surrounding the figure.
Conjuration magic.
Mm-hmm.
Tap it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I gently put a hand on its shoulder.
As soon as you touch it, it collapses and spiders just go everywhere out from the cloak.
Who has fireball?
Droog, this is you.
I
Look!
dive out of the barrel and I just start with my tongue just grabbing as many spiders as I can.
Yeah, they're running and you got a good chunk of them, but they just disappear into the woods.
When that happened, I jumped on top of Will.
Okay.
I stood unmoved.
You also did that.
Yeah, I'm chilling. Spiders aren't that bad. I've seen horrors from the 400
in my heart.
422nd layer.
I guess he didn't know the way to the Paladin.
All right. What do you guys do?
Keep walking.
All right.
Yeah. How'd you know?
Do you look back?
Yes.
There's no stump and no cloak. Okay, you guys walk for another couple of hours, slowly going along kind of a bend in the road, like this shape. And you eventually come to a path that splits off heading south and curves around a bend to where you can't see where it goes, and the path that you're walking on continues straight ahead.
I keep an eye out for spiders.
So I think we'll go that way.
Yeah.
All right, you guys can start walking in that direction.
What is that metallic clinking?
Oh my gosh! Suddenly, you guys hear howling, just horrible howling from all around, coming from some kind of wolf.
I draw my weapon and say, "A fight!"
Everyone, roll initiative.
I draw my weapon.
A fight! I speak with thaumaturgy.
I am very not ready for this.
I'm ready to fight you.
Will has been thinking about
I got a 20.
his a life that makes no sense to him, where he has to fucking shop for car parts, so he's not ready for combat. Has a 5.
Yeah. What do you guys do?
I got a 3.
Bjorn, you got a 3?
Yeah, sorry.
Do we have to go in astral? No.
I didn't tell you that.
You said roll initiative, so I'm assuming something's going to attack.
So Sithruun got a 22.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 20.
Yeah.
Droog got an 18.
I think he'd be asking if he wanted to know.
Will got a 5.
Mm-hmm.
And Brunyorn got a 3.
Yes.
I'm gonna scan the perimeter with my weapons drawn and an attack phalanx stance.
Make a perception check.
I go into a battle ready stance.
I'm gonna ask you to stand
of grungs.
We practice this. You're gonna stand up on, and each leg is gonna be on a rim of the barrel, so you're above me, like a tank turret.
Okay.
I got a 13.
That's what I'm doing.
The howls suddenly die down, and the forest is completely silent.
Again, with thaumaturgy, I say, "Whatever you may be, we are prepared. Show yourself if you wish for combat."
Speak for
Slowly,
yourself.
the normal sounds of the forest resume.
I drop my Gandalf voice, and then I just slowly start walking forward.
I would like to continue walking.
I slip back into the barrel.
Staying close to Victor and Will. And Sithruun and Brunyorn.
Unsheathed my sword, and I do not resheath it.
All right.
Probably wolves. I wouldn't worry about it.
And my sword is out.
Yep.
It's probably just a glitch, dude. I wouldn't worry about it. It's probably just.
You guys keep walking?
Yes.
Yeah,
keep walking.
I said to the party to assuage their fear. I'm like, probably just wolves.
I would like to
dissuade our fear, Isaac.
I'm...
Why would you have to dissuade the party's fear? We have literally faced down a demon summoned by the druids of the forest.
Well, remember, Victor's here.
Some of their reactions sounded a bit nervous, so I thought I'd just mention that.
I would like it to be known that I'm moving cautiously while scanning the perimeter.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Make a perception check for me.
I use shape water to change the water to yellow, and then I just kind of laugh at myself.
Yep. Watching the forest, you can see that there is occasionally movement over the course, like maybe once or twice over the course of the next half hour or so, but nothing approaches.
All right.
Run away.
I indicate the movement whenever I see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dang it, I forgot to buy coconuts in Vallaki.
Okay. And you guys, soon after walking, the path turns suddenly south and starts heading steeply up, like kind of back and forth. Switchback up a mountain.
I suppose
the air. Yeah, the air gets to get a bit colder as you go up, but it's not as cold as it was in Kretsk, which is a much higher altitude, which is a bit of a higher altitude, not much higher, but
I stopped sweating as profusely as I was.
Mm-hmm. Slowly, as you guys walk up this switchback. Yeah, right there, Michaela.
Too much.
Okay. You guys begin to see something over the hill as you approach. High above the river valley sits a looming promontory upon which lays a sepulchral, deathly, silent mansion. It was clearly built as both a defensible fortress as well as a lavish headquarters, but now lays dead, the rotting corpse of what once was a symbol of hope to all the land. Approximately a third of the structure has collapsed, with debris laying all around as though flung afar by some ferocious attack. Pervasive silence surrounds the whole scene like a preserving layer of ice. To the right of the mansion, the rest of the mountain soars majestically up into the clouds. Behind it, a large tower extends upwards. And let me pull that up real quick, what you guys see.
This music is perfect.
Thank you, bro. But yeah, out to the front, that dragon statue is actually facing the other way, but it is facing into camera at this moment to kind of, just show you what it looks like.
Right. So the dragon statue is facing the house?
Facing the house, yeah.
Okay, interesting.
I'm just imagining walking in and being like doing the Dark Souls undead parish that comes up.
Yeah. At this point, by the way, you guys have been traveling for about 8 hours. I've been keeping track of your path.
Oh, we didn't stop for lunch then?
I mean, presumably you probably did, but we don't have to narrate that whole thing.
Snake meat was good.
Snake meat was good.
Yep. Oh, I thought you were going to have that for dinner. So it's what's 6 plus 8? 14.
14.
It's 2 o'clock.
So, is there anyone standing outside?
No. There is no one. And again, the whole scene is like deathly still. There is no movement anywhere.
All right.
I'm going to slowly approach the main door.
Okay, hold on a second.
I'm gonna use magic awareness again.
Y'all have like 20 minutes left.
Yeah, that has a 60-foot radius. So
okay, I'll move a little closer and then just see what I can see.
Okay. Are you trying to detect what's the deal with the
airline food?
The statue, or something more specific?
Not super specific. I just feel like this
door.
Okay.
This is a place where magic may permeate the area, and I want to have a better idea of what may be going on.
Yeah.
So
well,
I'm gonna...
tell me where you activate it, and because it's only a 60-foot radius, and I can.
We should be activating on the steps of the door, like right in front of it, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna activate it from like right here.
Probably should have had this already open.
This is a big
after
area.
Sithruun does that, I'm gonna just stare. I'm gonna give him a knowing look that sort of indicates like whenever you're ready.
All right.
As we're standing in front of the door.
I want to look at the dragon statue.
Yeah.
Also, Alec, as I joined Astro, I gotta say, my instant thought was props, because like the front of that house looks exactly the same as the top-down outline.
Thanks. It's because the picture was drawn specifically of the house by a dude who does a lot of the illustrations that you guys have been seeing. He's fantastic. I love him. And I'm subscribed to Patreon because I want his babies.
What?
Oh no.
What?
But yeah, perched the dragon statue perched atop a 10-foot wide, 10-foot high cube of granite is the moss covered statue of a dragon. Its wings tucked close to its body.
Very nice.
And Ethan, or Sithruun. By the way, every square is 10 feet, not 5 feet.
10 feet. Okay.
But yeah, so you'll be like in the corner of it. The statue is actually like pretty big. The whole thing is like maybe 30 to 50 or 40 to 50 feet high.
Bam.
And you detect from the statue itself an aura of evocation magic.
That's
what does
like
that entail?
Blow stuff up magic.
Blow stuff up magic.
Ooh.
Interesting. Okay.
That's the statue.
I used my magic awareness, and the statue here is giving off
And you did that
aura
before Brunyorn walked up onto the steps, by the way.
Yeah.
What? What'd you say? What?
The statue is giving off an aura of evocation.
And
wait, why'd you move me, Alec?
Because Sithruun said that before you got onto the steps.
I said that the first thing I did was walk up to the main door. I said that before anyone else.
Sithruun said, okay, fine. You want to walk up onto the steps?
Yeah.
All right. You walk up onto the steps.
He tried to save you from something.
The dragon, its mouth, like, its eyes, like, glow faintly, and its mouth drops open. You see, like, steam.
I'm gonna walk down off the steps.
I'm gonna walk this way.
The steam feels a little cold. It only looks like steam, and then the mouth closes again.
Don't go on the steps, guys.
By the way,
I'm gonna just hail the door.
Okay, you walk up to the door.
No, I hail the door, like yell to the door, so I'm like not on the steps. So I avoid
your voice. Hey, hey, hey.
Can we climb the walls?
Are you saying it basically echoes to deadness?
Yeah. Okay. Echoes to nothing.
So I turned to Welt. Those people we met, they did tell us to come here, right?
Well, that's what they said.
Perhaps we can
Invited
go around
first.
back?
I imagine anything we do to step on the premises of the building will cause the Guardian to awake.
I have an idea.
I place my foot on the step. Does anything happen?
The dragon's mouth opens and it breathes cold air at you. And then its mouth closes.
Step back off.
D-
I thought maybe I was special.
How far does the cold air go?
60 feet.
So
like
does he
right
take
up to the
damage?
door.
Or?
No, it's cold air.
It's just
Not
like
yeah.
it's like someone turned a
fan on.
AC at me,
Yeah,
probably,
AC.
right?
I go up to the dragon in the front of it and I go, "Oh, great dragon, please let us in."
I am Will Taggart of the last of the Night Sentinels. I have been invited here by, I forgot the fucker's name because he never told me.
And I am Droog.
Never told me.
I hate to rain on your guys' parade, but that's a stone sentinel. It's some sort of gargoyle-esque creature.
Hey.
It's not going to respond.
Mushu did the same thing, and he broke it. So I think we should be careful.
What?
Oh,
Mushu?
great dragon, pay no heed to my weird companions.
What
Is this a window?
Is what a window? Oh, no. You can.
Can we
It's like
climb
Walks
the
up to a
wall?
wall, just stares at it. This is
but
a window.
I step
the windows-
over. Oh,
Sorry, the windows. You can see that there are a bunch of windows in the front of them, but they are all like covered in dust.
And
You
I'm
can't
recommend
like
you
they're so
step
thickly covered in dust you can't see.
out of the way of the dragon's mouth. I want to try.
Oh wait, what about the crumbled edge of the city? That might not have its
Yeah.
defenses.
Yeah, I step up onto this crumbling
Okay.
stuff.
Wait there a second. Let me check on some stuff. You enter. It's just like a low wall, honestly. Like there's not much of what used to be the tower here, and there is an open door that you can kind of see through. Make a perception check.
Just exited astral on accident.
No, it's all good.
I bumped my back key on my perception. Nat 20.
Nat 20. You see webs, lots of webs, and looking closer, you see a giant leg shift, and then you see like a larger shape moving above as well.
The light of Elendil.
I think we have a problem.
And you can tell with your like 20 perception check, these are giant spiders.
Yes.
Spiders?
And what is that problem, pray tell, Will?
We might be in the wrong place.
Anyone?
Due to the fact that this is in fact the inside is infested with giant spiders.
Perhaps they are paladins. Who are you to
May I
judge?
mention, it did have the dragon statue, and they are of the dragon order, if I remember correctly.
Did one of you, Isaac? Did you inspect the doorway, or did you get off the steps right away when you?
I walked up to this. I said, like when we first were describing, I said I walked up to the steps and was gonna knock. I didn't really inspect, but I did get up close enough to look closely.
But yeah, carved above the lintel into the entrance is the word Argynvostholt.
Okay. This is definitely the right place,
it's like big, so you wouldn't even you would just have to look in the direction to see it.
I'm gonna sneak a little bit further up.
What exactly did you see
to
by
the
the
door?
way you walk away?
What's up?
What did you see out there that's so concerning?
There are large amounts of webs and definitely some spiders inside. I saw things moving.
They're the kind of spiders we can handle with a few good weapons and spells.
What kind of is that?
Victor looks at when you guys start talking about spiders. Victor looks at Elira. You know anything about this?
I'm basically just asking. Are you willing? Are we all willing to go in?
I sneak up to the door and peer a bit inside to see if I can gather any more information.
Make a stealth check.
Okay. Oh dear.
With disadvantage, obviously, because heavy armor.
Yeah. Well. 2.
Clank. 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 Oh, clank. 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 Looking in, there are webs everywhere. It's kind of hard to see through the room, actually. And it's kind of a little dark and shadowed in here. But you don't see more movement.
I step up behind Will and I ask him, "You don't think those people that visited us were apparitions that didn't know that they were of a lost time? Maybe this decayed because they don't actually exist anymore."
They knew things of me. Things that I do not even know.
Are you willing to go in to find those secrets? I'll join you if you are.
Any of us would go in? Would it be all of us or just a small amount?
Oh, definitely all of us.
Well, we don't. That's up to everybody individually to decide.
A good old-fashioned D&D mantra, by the way, that you guys might want to be aware of is a little something called "Don't split the party."
Split the party.
Yeah, don't split the party.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be Brunyorn and Will going in, and we both get like our innards sucked out by spiders, and y'all are just waiting out there like.
Yeah, no, I didn't. No, we're not doing that.
Wait, why don't we send Bartok in?
There are webs covering from floor to ceiling.
How do you fancy Bartok being the next meal? Because
that's
a flying animal.
He doesn't really exist.
Okay, well actually you could.
What?
So you guys are gonna send Bartok in?
I sent Bartok.
Yeah.
Would you like to send Bartok in?
Bartok to use his echolocation to see kind of what the situation is in there.
All right.
He's going to fly kind of slowly.
Yeah.
Well, carefully.
Can bats fly slowly?
He's going to fly carefully, not slowly.
Yeah. Isaac, by the way, you're in control of Bartok, so you can switch your character view to Bartok's view to move him around.
Okay.
You guys send Bartok in, and he has blind sight. He knows exactly where these webs are, and is like really good at flying. And can actually detect the spiders in the webs because their stealth has no effect on his blind sight. Are you seeing through his senses right now, or are you?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm controlling it.
Yeah. No, I'm seeing through his senses.
Yeah.
You count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh no.
9 giant spiders.
Oh!
I kind of want to see if we can fight him.
I'd rather not. In this room, are there any doors that would lead to the main area?
Looks like there's
that you
two.
could tell.
You can.
Through Bartok's
Bartok can sense that there are 3 doors on the far side.
Okay.
Through the webs and the spiders.
Okay.
Are the doors open at all?
Are they open or closed?
They're currently closed.
Okay. Are there any?
Have they looked like they've been
windows?
opened recently?
Honestly, I don't know if Bartok would be able to tell that with just.
I mean, are they coated in web or are they like?
They are currently coated in web. Yeah.
Okay, so they probably
Are there any
haven't been opened recently.
windows, cracks, or crannies that he could fit through?
I mean, he can just fly up to the 2nd level.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna have him do that then.
Okay. I'm going to move Bartok to the 2nd level. Real quick.
I mean, are the giant spiders really that dangerous? I think we could take them on, right? There's 9 giant spiders. They're probably not that terrifying. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong.
Bartok flies up to the 2nd level, where there are a couple of rooms that are open to the environment. One of them has a door that is closed. And there is, if you continue flying around,
Yes.
a hallway actually that you can detect. Go
All
back
right.
a little bit. No, yeah. That seems to lead into the area.
Okay.
We'll go down the hallway.
All right, wait there for a second. Bartok enters a large chamber that he can see.
I've landed on
How big is his his blind sight again?
I think it's 60 feet to 120, something like that.
It is 60 feet. Wow, it's big. Yeah, so he can detect the whole chamber, but only barely.
Okay.
Because he's on the 2nd level. It is a kind of a large amphitheater, like welcoming chamber.
Is there anyone in it? Anything? Any bodies?
Not that he can detect.
This is the main door?
Yeah, that's where the main door would be.
Okay. There isn't an easy hinge on it, is there?
Are you trying to find out if it's locked?
Yeah. Like, no, like if it's openable from the inside, like. barred or anything?
It's not barred from the inside, no.
Could I push it open with Bartok, or am I way too small?
Bartok would be too small to manipulate this door. But from what you can determine, there isn't a mechanism holding it closed on the inside.
Okay.
Interesting.
But yeah, you continue flying around the hallways a little bit, and there are a lot of closed doors that Bartok wouldn't be able to open.
Yes.
If
Does
you're
he hear
letting us
anything?
know of this information.
Yes, I am.
Does he hear
Okay.
anything? Is that what you asked? Make a perception check with his stat, which he gets a +1 to his perception.
So D8 plus 1.
No, D10, a D20. That's an empty bed chamber, Isaac.
I got a 12.
A 12? No. Doesn't hear
Okay.
anything.
It's dead silent in here, bro.
Did he see any signs of life? Or X-life? Bodies?
Make an investigation check.
D20?
Yeah.
Quick
Fuck.
question.
I got a nat 1.
No, he doesn't.
Quick question. Is this up or down?
What do you mean? Is it up? Oh, that goes up and down, I think.
I shall go up it. If Enya wishes it. There's a circular stairwell, and I'm thinking of going up because I've seen this floor and everything around it, and there's closed doors in the hallways.
I
Okay.
relinquish my control of my characters. I wish them well. And I have things to do in the morning.
All right. Well, we appreciate that you were able to join us for a time. We're sorry
It was
got started a little late.
It's fine. Don't kill me or Bartok, but kill Bartok if it comes down to me or Bartok.
Okay. Yeah, you're flying around, and right here at that location where you see all that rubble, you see a massive hole in the roof that leads to the open sky.
Oh, okay. I see why. The rubble
Yes.
is and all.
And as you enter that area, wait. You do detect, you with Bartok's blind sight, Enya sees a throne with a body sitting in it, holding some kind of sword. Damn.
Is it thick?
I'm going to have.
Yeah.
what the fuck?
I'm gonna go land on the pommel of the sword. Like, is he holding it like he's leaning forward on it, and the pommel is like he's two-handed?
So Bartok has blind sight, which makes him aware of things, but doesn't give him an exact description of it. But he's holding the sword like this, but it seems like his hand is more resting on it, and there's no sign of life from the body.
Pommel up.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna land on his hand, then, or just on the.
All right. You do that. There is no movement.
Okay.
This is okay. I'm sorry, but this is all that's been going through my head since when I first saw the leg move.
Oh my god. These weapons are what? Actually, I probably won't be able to know the condition.
The giant enemy spider.
Sorry, what I think
I was gonna ask if the weapons are good or rusty, and then I remembered I was Bartok, and it's a dumb question.
Yeah, he can't see him really.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a little bit of vision, but it's mostly for detecting light and dark.
Yeah.
And it's dark in here.
Yeah. So I'm gonna move back.
Blind sight is really useful, but it has its limitations. But yeah, that by the way, hold on, let me see something real quick.
Yeah.
There is a curtain there. Let me double check something. It's a torn curtain, and it's like, yeah, it doesn't stop you from entering that next room.
Oh, wow. Dude, we need to go in here, dude. This is so cool. We have to go inside. I don't care about the spiders.
All right, are you flying back out?
Oh, this is out. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You
I'm
fly back
out. On the third floor, though, right?
Mm-hmm. And Bartok comes out of the third floor and flies back down to you guys. Victor, by the way, he's looking pretty apprehensive about this whole situation.
What, you mean you weren't expecting giant spiders in a creepy old abandoned mansion?
We don't have
not particularly
in Vallaki.
So
amateurs.
I have to be honest.
You wanted to get away from Vallaki.
You're gonna.
I wanted to get away. I didn't want to immediately get eaten by a giant spider after.
You're going to be getting into
That's
probably
fair.
a lot of stuff like this.
Can't argue with that.
Just
if this looks like it has been abandoned, this wing of the mansion looks like it has been abandoned. We tried knocking at the door yet.
By the way,
you
guys zoomed in on those webs and looked closely at them.
Oh yeah, they're moving.
On the webs?
Yeah, they're moving a bit.
They do be moving.
Oh.
Remember we saw the Revenant on his throne in the throne room, carrying that sword, and there's probably many details that Bartok was not able to see. We could glean a lot of information from this place, and we could determine whether or not those people we saw were spirits of the past or people.
I move back to the thing and take a deep breath, jog up the stairs and pound on the door, and then jog back down the stairs.
You jog onto the stairs, the statue opens its mouth, breathes cold air at you, and you knock on the door. The door rattles.
Sithruun,
you run back down the stairs.
Uh-huh. Anything?
Nothing.
Shit.
Wait.
That dragon doesn't seem very useful.
I could have sworn that thing was going to breathe fire on you.
That's just a bit of a cold, stiff breeze.
Bartok,
It's a breezy dragon.
Looked at the door. It was openable. Why don't you go ahead and try it if you can get on the steps again? Now that
might as well.
The dragon's not going to burn you alive.
You want to try the door? Is that what
Yes.
My one worry is that maybe if you try the door, you're going to what?
And pull and push the door to see if it opens.
All right. It pulls open.
Okay.
It was not locked.
Did it have a sign of pull?
The room inside feels like a king's tomb. A grand staircase leads up to stone balconies held aloft by stone pillars and arches. A tall, faded tapestry depicting a nobleman in silver armor hangs from an iron rod above the staircase landing. 6 sets of double doors lead from this foyer. Along the walls, displayed on marble pedestals, are 3 alabaster busts of handsome men. A 4th bust and its pedestal has been knocked over and their shattered remains lie strewn across the mosaic floor. 2 chandeliers of wrought iron hang from the ceiling like monstrous black spiders.
Really going on this.
They are obviously chandeliers, by the way.
Okay.
Arachnid theme.
After you.
I step into the chamber.
All right, your footsteps just echo throughout the chamber.
Is Will casting a glow?
Yes, I am.
He
I've
is
been
actually
casting that glow since I killed Isaac.
Is that
I mean,
That's
he's
awesome.
not literally casting a glow, but it's cool, so I'm not getting rid of it. And Brunjorn, remember to bring Bartok, and Will, remember to bring.
I got it. Yeah.
Cool. I brought Bartok up behind.
Thank you.
But yeah, what do? You can see the ruin.
If I may suggest, we should visit the throne room first. I think Enya can lead us there because she saw what Bartok saw.
I agree.
That's the place where we get our answers.
You want to go to the throne room?
Do you remember which way it is actually outside of the game, or no?
Me? Fuck no.
Okay. I'm gonna lead them up and to the left here, up these stairs, and then Sithruun's just going at it, and then down there to that stairwell.
Sorry, hold on 1 second. Let me check some stuff here. I'm trying to keep up with exactly what's where, making sure that okay. All right.
Everyone
make a perception check for me. Yeah.
Rolled a 7.
16.
And Enya rolled. Oh my god, dude! A fucking 4 with the modifier.
Does Victor get to roll?
We'll say that Victor doesn't, just for the sake of simplicity.
Okay.
Oh,
Lyra rolled 11.
Okay, so Sithruun rolled a 16, which was enough. Sithruun, from behind this door over here, you hear a very soft sound of movement.
Wait, which door?
This door over here.
That one.
Wait, which one?
This one that I'm by.
Okay.
Right.
Wait,
right,
no, I'm not. Look at where I'm signaling. Over here.
Oh.
Wait,
okay.
Oh.
Where was that others? I saw signaling coming from that corner.
It was me signaling, trying to determine which door was it.
Oh.
All right. I can sense some sort of quiet movement coming from behind this door.
Okay, we can either go through this door or we can go to the throne room.
Well,
I don't think that throne guy's moving.
Yeah, but we could
This
move
thing is
him.
moving.
I would like to investigate the throne room first.
Yeah.
For all we know, there could be just spiders behind that door, which is more than likely.
Movement, I'd say, in a dead place like this is probably never a good sign.
Unless it's the Paladins.
Could be.
But if you wish to investigate the throne room first, then that is what you should do.
All right.
I would
Okay.
that.
Yes.
You guys want to head up the stairs then?
We go this
Yes.
way.
Let's go.
And then we go up to here to the stairwell, and we go around the stairwell.
And okay, so you're going up the stairwell, across the balcony, and then up the spiral staircase. Right. That's all going to happen in the same room, so I'm just going to take you right up to where that staircase would lead. Who's going first?
I'll go first.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah,
Will.
Enya should go first because Enya knew the way. That's what she's leading.
Well,
Will
could explain it to it. Yeah.
The throne room is this way, fellas.
Okay, wait, right there. Will is leading, by the way, not Runyorn. But yeah, here, I'll put you guys in the whatever. You guys can all move around that corner. As I described.
Stack up.
As you walk through the collapsed wall, you see that there are weapons and bones strewn all across the floor throughout this audience hall. It is clear that some great last stand took place here, as valiant as it was doomed by the overwhelming onslaught of foes. At the end of the chamber, a once glorious wooden throne, carved expertly in the shape of a dragon with its wings outstretched, faces away from 3 broken and befouled stained glass windows. In the throne, you see the slumped form of a rotted corpse, clad in what used to be beautiful plate mail, clearly built for a man of great stature and wide of shoulder. The figure is pierced by several arrows. A massive, magnificent greatsword leans against one arm of the throne, the corpse's hand resting on its crossguard.
Non-salvageable?
I have a picture of this because it's so cool looking.
I was hoping you did. The plate armor, that's not,
This might not be exactly what it looks like, but it's this vibe.
Whoa.
Like it. Some golden throne vibes.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Like literally those exact words.
Yeah.
That vibe.
All right. I step up to the throne.
You step up to the throne.
Is the great sword in any good condition, or is it completely rusted?
You haven't. Let Will do his thing, Isaac. Let him take the lead here for a little bit.
And how long has the body been dead for a long time? I assume then.
Are you gonna investigate it to find out?
Yes, I investigate the body.
Okay. You walk up slowly, step by step, each step echoing through the chamber towards the corpse. You reach out your hand towards the sword and towards its hand. And the corpse suddenly moves, leaning swiftly forward and snatching you by the upper arm. It pulls your face close to its, and you can see a dark glow has awakened deep in its eye sockets. It speaks with a voice like grinding stones.
That corpse should be left well alone.
Cool. In shock, I stumble. Am I still grabbed by it?
Yeah.
Okay. In shock, I try
away.
and pull away. Yeah.
It releases you, and it stands up from its throne.
Someone should go help him.
It is a figure of large stature, like over 6 feet tall, and surveys the scene, looking at all of you.
Have you come to destroy me? Know that it is a fool's errand. I am banished from death, cursed for my failure to defend this land from evil. Leave me.
I have been invited here. That was good.
It's really good. Thank you.
I was invited here.
By whom?
A paladin on our road to, hold on, pull up the map again. To Kretsk. I met a paladin on the path.
You met a fool.
He said he knew something.
By the way.
You met a fool on the path. Why he invited you here? I think I know.
Oh.
Why are you here?
He said he knew something of me and wished to speak more.
He looks at all on you and he says,
You know that this place has nothing for you. It has been stripped bare by countless adventurers before you. Your greed will not be satiated by this place.
Oh, that was it. Oh.
I was waiting for Will to say something.
Yes, I thought that.
Yeah.
Knight, I feel your torment and your rage seething inside of you. I know what you are. Tell me, when did you die?
I am in shock.
I realize.
The figure takes a step towards you.
He says, yes, you are bound by the same curse that I and those here are bound by. Your failure has cursed you, your rage filled you. You cannot die. You will be slain over and over again, each time losing a piece of yourself until there is nothing left.
I look at my scars, understanding why they will not heal. I look back to the king. How did this happen?
You tell me. When did you die?
I'm not dead. I'm here.
You are dead! He steps forward towards you again. You cannot deny it. Look at your wounds, they refuse to heal. You can sense it yourself if you only look, but you refuse to. You are a paladin, yes. As I once was. Use your divine sense, but look upon yourself.
Oh boy. Well, I'll do that. Use divine sense to look upon myself.
You are undead.
I stumble back.
Yes, you
Never.
see it. Yes,
I
the
had not
truth.
known.
Now you know. The question is, he strides towards you. What will you do with yourself now? There's only one thing to do. Nothing.
Maybe for yourself. Your failures, you may wallow in them and not move on. However, myself, I have sworn to protect those who cannot protect themselves. That is my journey now. Though I may have failed in my original ideals and bonds, that is what is my destiny.
Then you are like the other fools that remain here. Go and die in whatever way seems fit to you.
And he sits back down on his throne with his giant sword, hand resting on it in the same position.
Will,
I turn to Brynjorn.
do you remember the mission?
Sorry, I've turned off Snap to Grid, and I'll turn it back on. There you go.
That brought you to the depths? The burning pits?
Vaguely.
Did you ever wonder why you only made it out? You alone?
I assumed I was blessed by my patron.
If
I suppose in a way I was.
If I did, if I counted for my facts correctly, if I came out wrong, then I believe that is the day you died.
I assume so. I'd never known of this. It's a shock to even myself.
I wasn't sure how to tell you. You know, the chapel in Vallaki? How you were never able to enter it? It has a...
Are the undead forbidden to enter?
It has a protection against the undead. Lucian himself told me. I wanted to tell you somehow, but I didn't have the confidence, or I didn't really know how to break it to you, so I figured the next best place to come would be here, and you could find out for yourself.
And I have learned. The king may call me a fool, and the others like me fools. I believe him the fool. Rather than take the curse and use the advantages it gives, he decides to wallow in his own failure.
When you say advantages...
Advantages, it's a curse. It sucks.
He stands back up and walks up towards you.
Oh no.
He says... He begins to laugh.
I'm poor with words, you know that.
If you could hear the sounds of like maggots writhing, like it's that.
Nice.
He says,
"Do you know how long we have remained here?"
I do not.
We have been here longer than the vampire Strahd himself. We battled him and his army before he turned, when he tried to take this land by force. He came to this place. our sanctuary. He destroyed it and killed us all. This was before he was even as he is now. I crawled my way back from death, my hate and rage sustaining me, only to find that he had already cursed himself, and my vengeance was complete. If you have come to free this land from the creature that feasts on the blood of the innocent, know this. There is no monster I hate more than Strahd von Zarovich. He slew Argynvostholt and destroyed the valiant order to which I devoted my life, breaking the bodies and the spirits of those I loved. But Strahd has already died once. I cannot allow him to die again. He must suffer eternally in this hell of his own creation, from which he can never escape. Whatever can be done to bring him misery and unrest, I will do. And I will destroy anyone who tries to bring a premature end to his eternal torment.
What about those he torments?
They are nothing compared to his torment.
I don't feel that way.
He pulls out his sword and he says,
I don't feel that way.
Do you wish to save them?
I wish to cleanse the darkness from this land.
So did many. We were great in number.
And as he says this, pale, ghostly warriors begin to kind of manifest all around. They look, Lord of the Rings. They look like that.
I know what you're
Oh boy.
They're all facing in your direction.
Our numbers were in the hundreds. Tell me, what will 7 do?
Are your troops not still holden to your will? Do you not still command their loyalty?
I command nothing. There is nothing worth commanding here.
You are the only one left with physical connection to the world, then?
Do you mean, are there others like me?
Yes.
Yes. There are many. There are exactly...
Starts counting on his maggot gnarled fingers.
There are 11 others like me in this place.
Do they all hold to your vow?
They are fools. They are bound to my will. They will not act against me.
And nothing will bring you to strike down Strahd, to rally your troops once again, and bring all of this land suffering to an end, including... No, not including anything. That's the end of my statement.
Do you know how many adventurers have come before you? So let me get a drink real quick. That voice is
See, you didn't have grit and friendship to get your team together.
What I was actually going to say is, did those adventurers try to rally you to their side?
Some did. You see their bodies around you. They are dead.
You are so zealous in your will to force Strahd to perpetually suffer according to your concept of it, that you would strike down others who wish to end the suffering of the land.
he, the king, who you're referring to as a king, you do not know yet whether they're not a king. They are, but
yeah.
This reminds me of
what?
The fucking bit in Doom Eternal where you go to the Sentinel King and he's like really fucking pissed at the Slayer. Yeah. This is like exactly that.
Yeah. But he, his massive sword, which is like easily 5.5 feet long with a thick blade.
Nice.
He whips it up with one hand effortlessly to your neck, like pointing in your, not like literally, threatening you with it, but points it up to you.
Blade was broken.
Yeah, it has been remade. No, but what exactly did you say again? Sorry.
Oh, I said
no, he says
so willing and fervor, blah blah blah, to prevent those others and kill them.
Yes. And at this point, you guys hear someone approaching from behind. And you turn and you see another revenant.
It's my boy Sam.
Who? What I said?
I made a joke.
Who walks up behind, and he. Sorry, I'm trying to get my voice back a little bit. He says.
That's a good image.
Thank you. He says, Vladimir, please. And upon, the revenant in front of you, who was just called Vladimir.
I'm 2 feet taller than this guy.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be worried. He, at the sound of the voice, he doesn't look, but he flinches. And then he turns and walks back to his throne and sits back down. And the phantom warriors fade.
I turn to the other revenant.
Yeah.
Walk. And who are you that demands such respect of Vladimir?
I demand nothing. Respect. He has no respect for anyone anymore.
Fear, then.
Guilt. More like. My name is Godfrey. Godfrey Quillen. I'm one of those cursed he spoke of. I loved him once. That man is dead. And he looks at Will and he says, "You suffer our same curse. I cannot begin to tell you how sorry I am. If only there were something I could do for you."
Could join us.
I cannot. Vladimir spoke true. We are bound to his will. When he came back, we came back with him. And here we have stayed for over 700 years. Countless
nothing I can do
adventurers
about
have
this.
come through and ransacked this place. We tried defending it to begin with, but there was no point. What were we going to do with it? So we let them.
Do you actively seek out those who would wish to strike down Strahd to eliminate them?
Let's speak somewhere else where Vladimir can't hear. And he walks down the corridor and opens this door, leading you inside. Inside, you see several more revenants sitting around a council table of some kind, and they're all just, they like look up to see you come in, and they go back. And Victor closes the door behind you.
Do you recognize any of them?
I mean, what are you looking for? Oh, you're looking for the one that you... No, you don't. Not these ones, no.
Okay.
And Godfrey says, Vladimir, he does not seek out to kill those who would destroy Strahd anymore. I don't know. We don't really pay attention to the passage of time here. But he did once, at the beginning. We were once a proud order of knights. Before Strahd came to this land, we were protectors here in this fortress against all manner of evil. We this fortress actually used to be able to move from place to place, and when we knew that there was evil here, we came to stop it. And that was when Strahd invaded. Our numbers were in the hundreds, but his army was in the thousands. And while we fought for long with our great dragon Argynvostholt leading us, eventually we were overwhelmed and destroyed entirely. That section of missing castle, there was this great tree awakened by the forest druids among Strahd's forces.
Dragnacarta.
Yes, I think that was what they called it.
We struck him down. But
he'll be back. You can only banish him temporarily. I'm gonna stop doing a gravelly voice for a little bit.
Good idea.
Yeah. Yeah. We struck him down, or you struck him down, but he'll be back. You can't kill him. You can only banish him for a time. When we all returned, Vladimir wanted to lead us against Strahd again, but Strahd had already become a vampire. I think he told you. And you decided that it was better to let this land rot, with Strahd rotting inside of it, than to make any attempt to save the people.
So when Strahd first struck this castle, he was not a vampire?
Yes.
And did he bring an army with him?
Yes. He was a warrior of a great kingdom. I believe he was son to a king.
Do you know what happened to the men serving under him? Do they still reside in this place as his undead vassals or something?
Some, maybe. I don't know. When Strahd came, he, after fending us off for a time and beating us back into this place, he built his Castle Ravenloft, and named it after his mother, Ravenovia. When he destroyed this place and killed Argynvostholt, Silver Dragon, he took his skull as a trophy and placed it somewhere within Castle Ravenloft. And I've had a long time to think about this, but I believe that the desecration of Argynvostholt's corpse is part of what keeps us here. If I could, I would try to go get it and restore some of our honor, but I can't. And no one who has come has been able to either.
This skull, you say, is hidden away in Ravenloft?
Yes. If you were to restore it here, perhaps there would be hope.
Hope to rally against Strahd, even?
Maybe. I don't know.
The prospect of its retrieval seems dark.
That is why it has not yet been retrieved. If you were to recover it, then maybe we could help you. I don't know. I don't know exactly why we remain beyond Vladimir's hate.
On my honor, I will not forget this request. I may attempt to complete it.
Godfrey looks at you and
it's a dragon skull, right? Sorry, I'm just writing it down.
Yeah, dragon skull. He looks at all of you, looks at Will particularly, and you see a few tears of blood begin to run down his face. And he walks up to Will and hugs him. And as he's weeping and sobbing, he says between the sobs, "I'm so sorry. I can't help you. I can't do anything. When it all becomes too much for you, and you feel yourself slipping away, beginning to be consumed by the rage that sustains you, come back here. Rest before you lose all sense of yourself. At least here you can be away from staring eyes." Then he tries to gather himself, hands on your shoulders. And then he just kind of slumps.
Do I have business to attend to before I am consumed?
I hope you can achieve it. Was it something here that did this to you?
No.
At this,
past life.
His face tightens again, and he begins weeping. He says, "Then there is no hope." He falls to the ground, kneeling, just sobbing into his hands, blood running down them.
Good lord, dude. Oh man, this poor guy.
Sithruun, bring out the many stopper jar. This man needs some wine.
No, don't do that.
Kidding.
About some mayonnaise.
You do say wine, actually. And he howdy. When you say wine, he kind of starts and he says I haven't tasted wine in an age. Do you have some?
Actually, yes.
I do.
All of the revenants, by the way, you look over and they're all their heads have turned and they're looking at you.
Do you have vessels for wine?
We have nothing. Everything was stolen.
Wait, I have this little thing. I pull out a.
You guys have mess kits though, like those would
Yeah.
have little cups in them for wine.
So I'll pull out our cups and I pour the wine from the many stuff.
Now I don't want to get cooties from the revenants, and I'm just kidding.
Godfrey, by the way, he goes and sits down at the table with the rest of them, kind of slumping into the chair, like they all are. And by the way, I spent a long time finding all those pictures for the different revenants. I'm very proud of myself for that.
Nice.
Thanks. It's surprisingly hard to find that many different pictures of that kind of specific thing, believe it or not. But
I'm not surprised. Those are great.
I will begin handing out the cups of the wine.
Yes, you do that, and as you do, like the revenants accept them, and when they drink, they rise up for a moment as if they remembering a touch of their life from before. And then after they finish, they slump back down into their chairs. Godfrey kind of did, but he asked more specifically, how did it happen, if you don't mind speaking of such a thing?
Suppose in a lifelong removed from this one now, was a part of an order. You're sworn to defend our town from the demons of the Dark Lord Inagu. Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
We decided to strike at the source. Sent down through the layers to the Death Dells, a fool's errand. We came to realize, as we are slowly overwhelmed, being picked off one by his servants. I do not remember much of it. All I remember was Torm, my patron. He came to me in a vision. I assumed he blessed me and bonded me to destroy the Demon Lord once I had grown powerful enough. I fought my way out and ended up in a small town, barely alive. Or so I thought, till now. I met them, yeah.
And you went on a series of misadventures.
We've been a series of misadventures.
Godfrey says, "Thank you. I'm sorry that you had to go through such a thing."
I believe if we return you, it will be with that skull.
Put your mic closer to your
How
face.
long do I have?
Before you start to lose yourself?
Yes.
I wish I could give you comforting news. But after a certain amount of time, you begin to realize that time doesn't matter anymore. So how much time do you have? Too much. And not enough.
I understand.
So, if I understand correctly, when Will dies here, he would be reborn with a husk or an essence of himself.
His body would reform within a day, somewhere near. Either his spirit would return to his broken body, or if the body was too broken, it would form a new one.
But he loses a bit of his soul every time.
A bit of himself, yes. Slowly gives into more and more hate and rage.
I suppose it's good you didn't die yet then. Are we gonna like explore? Or are we just gonna stand and wait?
I do not wish to defile this place any more than it already has been.
Fair. Then we should probably depart in good time and make camp for the night.
We should let them know that they have spiders hanging out on their lawn.
They probably know.
You guys walk back downstairs now?
I was gonna actually. Do you mind if we set up camp for the evening in some part of this area, this castle?
Do as you wish. Look around. Take your time. There is no hurry. Time is all we have.
Well met. May the sun light your path, I guess.
God.
I sort
of light your path, I guess.
I sort of hesitated because I'm like, because I'm like, I guess the sun can't really light their path in the castle. So,
what do you guys want to do?
I was gonna say we could just go make camp in the entrance hall. Sleep for the night, and then head to dinner with Strahd.
Is that a good idea?
I mean, we have to go. It's like we don't have a choice.
Should we try Esmeralda first?
Esmeralda is untrustworty and is not appearing where she's supposed to.
That doesn't mean we can't go see.
We could stop by there on our way.
Also, like, I don't know if going to have dinner with Strahd is like the best next move. Like,
well, we should probably take
more
it
of an end game type thing.
We should probably do it in a timely manner, because if we don't do it soon, he's going to start wondering where we are. I don't think going to dinner with Strahd is the moment where we confront him. That's not even close to like the point where that's not end game at all. That's like learning more about it.
You guys having this conversation just in that room?
No, I think we'll be stepped out.
Yeah,
we return to the entrance hall.
Return to the entrance hall.
Yeah,
okay.
We've got a fire going. Little campfire.
You guys are, hold on. Sithruun, you're still hearing that noise from that room, by the way.
I don't feel
should have
safe
asked
here.
about that.
Couldn't investigate.
Can I like see if there's any cracks in the door, or like look under the edge of the door?
Give me 1 second here. Let me. You guys started a fire, or would you have explored the room before you started a fire?
Explore the room.
Well, we obviously saw the whole room.
All right. Yeah. So you can check out the door.
All right. Is there any way to see through it, or under it, or around it?
You can see. Oh, let's see. Honestly, the door is still in not awful shape, so it's not really got any openings according to the description.
Okay. Can I slowly crack it open and peer through the crevice?
Yeah. You hear just very, very slight sounds coming from the fireplace, but this wood-paneled den has been ransacked, its furnishings tossed about. A cold, dark hearth dominates the west wall between two narrow windows. Standing upright against the north wall is a sarcophagus made of black wood with a queen's effigy carved into the lid.
Thinking we open it? Yeah, let's open it.
And you can definitely hear that the sound is coming from the fireplace, which I'm pretty sure you would look at. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna look carefully into the fireplace.
In the soot-choked fireplace, you see a single glowing ember. As you look closer, you can see that the Ember is slowly and desperately pulling bits of ash towards itself, as though fighting to survive, even though it knows its efforts can only end in death. You can sense its titanic willpower to stave off death as long as possible, and it can only guess how long it has existed in this state.
We start a fire in the fireplace.
Yeah.
Save the Ember.
I am going to gather up some of the broken wood from around the
room.
Around the room.
All right.
Oh, damn it! I already used my mini stopper jar today, so I can't use it again.
But you can. There is plenty of broken wood around the room. It's dry as fuck.
Yeah, I was gonna soak it in oil to give it an extra accelerant, but I'll start very carefully banking up the coal and blowing on it to try and breathe some more.
I'm gonna. Oh, actually, no. Maybe that.
Yeah, hold on. Let me narrate that. Pretty soon, you start building a little fire about it. And as you do, suddenly the Ember flares to life, furiously burning hotter and hotter until it glows pure white and is impossible to look at directly. It explodes forth.
We just
into the room with a burst of silver flame.
Fucking.
It explodes forth
we?
and into the room with a burst of silver flame, manifesting into the shape of a small dragon, its wings pouring out black smoke. The dragon's head turns to look at all of you, and then, without warning, takes a wing and flies out of the room, leaving a trail of blackened soot in its wake.
Oh, damn.
I think we should probably not start any more fires in unknown fireplaces.
Are we gonna talk about that?
That must be the dragon whose skull is missing.
Well, if its skull is missing, how does it have a head?
It wasn't an actual dragon, it was the phantom of the dragon.
Victor, by the way, was just walking into this room when suddenly massive, flaming, smoky dragon out of the room, leaving this leaving trail of black smoke and soot everywhere behind, and he falls back on his ass. It's like,
Jog out of the room.
Lyra
slap
picks him
Victor
up.
in the face. No, I'm just kidding. Get a hold of yourself.
So that's probably the phantom essence of the dragon's
Argynvostholt.
Yeah. We must return to him his power.
Drew, you're out there. You can see that the trail of blackened soot leads up the stairs, and up the same spiral staircase that you guys went up.
Guys,
we dare follow? Is it even a wise idea?
I think we broke something.
Maybe we should figure out what we did.
Better to know than not know.
Yes. Also, I don't want to be in a room with a sarcophagus for longer than I have to.
Sithruun did it.
That's wise.
Why would we not stay in this room? There was a dragon.
You guys are following the trail then?
Yeah, let's follow the trail.
Yes.
Yeah. You guys walk up the staircase, and upon coming around and looking, you can see the hint of this silver dragon. The ghost, the fiery manifestation of this silver dragon around the corner. And as you look closer, you see the dragon standing in where the hole was in the roof, just looking at Vladimir sitting on his throne with an expression of deep sorrow, disappointment, and anger.
Is Vladimir reacting in any way?
Do you go closer and look?
I will. Yes, I will go closer to see if he's awake.
The dragon, as you walk up it kind of like turns to observe you momentarily and then looks back at Vladimir. And you look at Vladimir and he doesn't seem to have acknowledged his presence at all.
Dare I ask him?
Who, Vladimir?
Vladimir, yeah, if he recognized, like, he knows.
Do you?
I'm thinking.
Do you know this creature?
Are you talking to Vladimir?
To Vladimir, yeah.
Vladimir doesn't respond. Argynvostholt turns and walks through the wall into the the room on the opposite side of the one that you met. You met Godfrey and the other revenants in. And as it turns, it says, "Follow."
I'll follow.
I'll follow.
Go after it.
All right.
I follow.
I'm gonna go get something to drink really quick.
Sithruun did it.
Yeah. I will put you guys into that room. But yeah, he walked through this wall.
Everyone around.
And then he walked through this wall over here. So do you guys open the door and go into the chamber?
Yes, but I do it after someone else.
Okay. Who goes first? Probably
Will
Will.
First. I'll go back behind him.
I'll go first.
Everyone make
I'll
a dex
follow.
save. I'm kidding. Don't do that. You open the door, and lying in a relaxed position as you see him now is a very large, slightly see-through, ethereal spirit of a silver dragon.
Damn.
This
Four-legged
is not
or two-legged?
Four-legged. Yeah. Two-legged is a wyvern. You stupid.
No, not always.
Yeah, didn't you read the
D&D
fucking...
You play Skyrim? Anyway,
Yeah,
Skyrim
didn't you
anyways.
read Dragonology?
Anyways.
Fuck.
You guys, walk into the room, and Argynvostholt looks upon you all.
Sithruun did it.
Thank you for giving me food to sustain myself for a time.
You're welcome.
How long have you been cold?
Strahd killed me with his own sword. More than 700 years ago. I was bigger then, but shortly after, his soul was taken by some dark god, and he became as he is now. And my soul was trapped here. I see you have probably met what remains of my order of knights, led by Vladimir Horngard. He has lost his way. Over my centuries being here, I can feel myself slowly slipping. But there is much more to my soul than there is to one of yours. I still have power. Do you know the story of what happened here to my knights?
We've heard it from Vladimir.
And Godfrey.
Yeah, and Godfrey.
Yes. First, Strahd lured me out into a trap. I foolishly believed I could take him. But he slew me on the battlefield. And then He marched his armies upon this place and desecrated it with everything he had, killing my knights to a man. Something has corrupted this place and keeps my knights here. I do not know what it is fully. Can you restore them to what they should be? Godfrey?
He told us of a skull. Your skull. If it were to be returned to this...
Strahd took my skull?!
Yep. I thought you knew.
Oh, Godfrey said.
His face, like, contorts with rage. He's like, the hubris! Man.
We seek to return it here, but it is a grim task with low prospects of success at this stage.
This explains much. If you were to restore my skull to the rest of my corpse, some of my power would be restored. And I believe my knights would be as well.
Would you have enough power to rally your forces against Strahd one more time?
I do not know. But I will tell you this. My power is more than Strahd has guessed. And if you restore my body, I would not walk again, but my soul would be empowered. And I could give you help across the land.
It's currently trapped in the castle of his own creation, Ravenloft.
That
hidden away.
eyesore. You can almost see it from here. But for the mountain, the view is much better from the sky, only blighted by his foul. Ugh.
Are we waiting for another line?
Where does your body lie? Where should we bring the skull if we're able to retrieve it?
My guess would be that they laid my body in the highest tower. You can get there if you go to the chapel below and then go all the way up the spiral stair that you see there.
Very well. We'll investigate. If we can restore your skull to your body, we will.
If we find a way to do it,
thank you. Thank you. You will have my eternal gratitude. He reaches out his claw and he touches Sithruun on the shoulder. Now, do you have any other questions? It has been a long time since I've had company.
Do you command these knights? You supersede Vladimir's, command? Because he claims command right now. I don't
currently
think he recognizes you.
He is in command. His hate was what brought them back. And my power is incomplete.
If you were restored, though, you would regain leadership.
Vladimir would not dare stand against me with my power restored. However, my hold on them might limit them to only stay in this area. So they would not be able to take the field with you unless you brought the field here.
The Morning Lord wills it. It could be done.
I'm sure he does.
I as well. Now, a matter of how to do it. Well, we are his envoys. We will do it how we see that it can be done.
I'm sure he will find a way. Do you have entrance to his castle?
He's invited us to a banquet.
Ha! Well then go. And retrieve my skull.
That was the idea. Next week.
Excellent.
Brynjorn, that settles it.
You see suddenly his form like wax, and then wane and then wax back. He kind of begins flickering a bit.
How long
he looks
before
down
you
at himself
return
and he
to
says,
your Ember?
Not much longer, I'm afraid. I will hold on as I have these past ages. Do not fear for me. I am much greater than you. And with that, he fades.
Ow. Well, damn. That was unexpected.
No, that was totally expected.
Thought he was dead.
Well, Brynjorn, I guess we're gonna go have dinner with Strahd.
I guess that recommendation does sort of seal the deal. I was hoping to get to that soon because I did not want his ire again, and I absently touched my wrist.
How is your wrist?
Pain does not subside, but as with most long-term ailments, you just learn to live with it. It's not an aggressive pain, and I've dealt with much worse.
It twinges. Yeah. That's you. Like, bitch.
Well,
yes, but I'm fighting pretty well, with it. I was gonna say, yes. Well, we should definitely head there. But if you guys want, we could visit the tower to see if Esmeralda is there. Although I don't know how much confidence I really put in here at this point.
well, if the tower's on the way, maybe we could stop by quickly. But I think Strahd should be our next priority.
It's it's probably getting about towards like maybe 5-ish right now. You guys have spent a decent amount of time here.
We'll just
make some dinner and have a long rest.
Yeah, let's sit down and just relax for a bit by the bonfire. And if someone has like a coiled sword or something to stick in the middle of it,
yeah, that's right.
Rest here, traveler.
Yeah, you guys find a lot of supplies for the fire, and you all sit an awkwardly long distance away from it.
Yeah, I was gonna say we could be in a one distance closer, all of us.
Yeah.
I like how Bartok is part of the circle.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you guys go to sleep here?
Yeah.
After some hours.
That Enya and Sithruun do their normal
guard routine.
Does anyone else take watch during the night?
I
don't sleep.
It.
So
yeah, Will doesn't sleep. Period.
Oh, okay.
My sleep is too important.
It all makes sense now.
You now understand.
Will, I was wondering, would a mending spell work on you?
You know, Droog.
You could try. But I do believe that every healing spell that we have tried on me has not really done.
Well, mending works on objects, so that's why I was asking.
Are you referring to me as an object?
Anyway, I don't have a mending spell, so sucks to be you.
Let's see.
I'm guessing that's a long rest.
I like how you brought that up, and then you're just like, yeah, no, I don't have one.
For the time being, a long rest.
Time being?
Quick.
Uh-oh.
Who's taking watch first? You or Enya?
How about Enya take watch first, and I'll take the second.
Okay.
For the witching hour.
On your watch. Make a perception check for your watch. I'll make a perception check for Enya's watch. And Will, you can make a perception check for both watches.
I got a 22.
I got a 19 on that, on Sithruun's watch, and 11 on Enya.
Enya's watch goes off without a hitch. But Sithruun, during your watch, you hear a creak. And the door begins to open behind you, or away from the fire.
Fuck.
You turn and look, and you see a leg coming in.
Yeah, damn.
And I guess that's what we'll pick up next week, probably.
That sounds good. I like how you're ending more. We can't have a good ending. We can't have a satisfying ending. I like it.
Kill the spiders. Kill the spiders.
Always got to have a little bit of tension.
As giant spiders crept towards the mostly unconscious party, Will found the experience to be considerably less startling than the news he learned earlier that day. He had always imagined his death would come in a wave of blood and glory, but undeath, he never imagined he'd remain. It appears Torm isn't done with him yet.